of Liberty.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Inherently and historically opposed to secret society.
We, as Americans, have the capacity now, as we've had in the
decided
past,
long ago
to do whatever needs to be done
and unwarranted
to preserve this last and greatest bastion of freedom.
Far outweigh the dangers
in this present crisis,
justify it.
government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Welcome back to Embers of Liberty. It's a little bit different tonight because Joe's running late. I do have Lonnie here with me, so...
Hi.
What's up, Lonnie? Let's make sure,
you know.
Yeah, everything's working properly. It looks like the audio input is actually the microphone on my face, unlike last time when it was the webcam, so everybody should be able to hear perfectly. And, yeah, so, Lonnie, it's been a minute. How you been?
It has. Pretty good.
Nice. That's what we like. Hello,
Probst.
So, Father's Day coming up next weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to do our annual bourbon and cigar.
Should be.
Yeah.
Should be.
There won't be a show next weekend because Father's Day kind of takes precedence. All the guys except for Cody that are on the show are dads, so we kind of deserve our special day.
We got our day, and we're going to take advantage of it.
That is exactly right. We are going to take full advantage of our special day, and yeah, I don't know why that is still showing the thing. Okay, there we go, fixed. This whole remote thing, it's still kind of a little bit wacky for me. So, Probst, hello. Good to see you in the chat. Just waiting on our usuals to show up. It's kind of weird. So I did everything through OBS tonight, so I can't see everything that I normally would. And I don't like that very much. So, yes. Kate just came in here. Have you started? Yes, we have.
We are live.
Wait, there we go. No, I still can't see everything that I would normally see, but yes. You can actually hear it. Probe says Father's Day is on Sunday. You can still do a show. Yes, I understand that, but we're going to be going and having drinks on Saturday because the place that we go to have cigars and bourbon is not open on Sunday. So,
yeah, gotta get in where you get in.
You gotta get it while you can. Now we may do like a gaming stream. That's something that we might possibly be interested in doing, or we could just not. I don't know. It's going to be up to all the guys, not just me. So. Anywho, wait, sorry, I got the wrong hat on. Gotta fix this real quick. Because I think it might be time to talk freedom things. Nope, wrong thing. I'm messing it all up. I don't know what's going on here because that did not play through the correct thing. Let's see. I may have to turn this the chair speakers off. Yes, I have speakers in my chair. Juan, are you still there? Have I still got you?
I am.
Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. There we go. I don't know. Yes, Probst, this is going to be the new norm because of the fact that I have moved further away from where we normally do the show. Now, we will be doing a live show like once a month where we're all
You're
together.
about as far away as me now.
Probably a little bit further than you are. I think it takes you less time to get Arab than it does me. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, that makes sense because mine's more of a straight shot because I can just hop on the highway and just jet straight. Like
Yeah. So for me, it's way further away. I mean, obviously, the way that we did it before is still viable. Like, we can still do it that way. Like, if you want to go to the in-person show, you can always just come to the house and I'll drive you. Anywho, speaking of Father's Day. Yeah. My daughter got me that for Christmas. So, anywho, so, first on the agenda for tonight. It looks like Trump might be headed for a mistrial. And that comes courtesy of this little document right here that has been sent to the counsel for the trial involving the hush money. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it right now. But anyway, here we go. So, okay, so in response to the People versus Trump on docket number 71543-2023, Dear Counsel, today the court became aware of a comment that was posted on the Unified Court System's public Facebook page, and which I now bring to your attention. In the comment, the user Michael Anderson states, "My cousin is a juror," and says Trump is getting convicted. Thank you for all your hard work. The comment, now labeled as 1 week old, responded to a routine UCS notice posted on May 29, 2024 regarding oral arguments in the 4th Department of the Appellate Division unrelated to this proceeding. The posting, entitled "The Appellate Division, 4th Department will hear oral arguments this morning at 10, and the comments are both viewable at that link." Here's the problem. That was the day before the verdict was released. That was the day before the verdict was even reached. So, that doesn't sound like a impartial jury. That sounds like a jury with an agenda, which, I don't know if you know this, but that's not exactly what we want to see. So, kind of sounds like Trump might be heading for a mistrial. Lonnie, what do you think?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of evidence to prove that. I mean, if you're calling that this guy's going to be convicted the day before it was ever reached, I mean, it seems like it was predetermined. I mean, there's a good argument there.
It does, and the thing is that the jury is not supposed to talk to anyone about the trials that they are a part of. Like, you are not supposed to talk about it because it opens you up to outside influence, and you just can't have that, because as a jury of your peers are supposed to be unbiased. They're supposed to look at it with their own eyes, not with the opinions and input of other people outside of their court proceedings. So, if this is true, if this is the case, and his cousin is out there running his mouth about how they're about to convict Trump and all this, that, and the other, before the verdict has even been reached, it kind of looks really bad. Like, it really, really, really looks like somebody kind of screwed this one up. Jack Delaney says, "Hello, everybody." Jack, I don't know who you are. I don't
Jack,
know
welcome.
don't know where you're from, but welcome to the show. We try to interact as much as possible. That's why you'll see me looking over from time to time to read comments and whatnot. We are missing my counterpart right now, Joe, who should be joining us shortly, but he has terrible time management. So we're here.
Yeah, Probst, I think that's obviously, I think everybody sees that. There's a lot of reasons it should be overturned, but this is probably the most foolproof way.
I think this is the one that's going to hold the most weight.
Right.
because it really shows that the jury is not an impartial jury, like, at all. So
Yeah, I don't even think he should have. This should have never even been. He never should have been charged with anything. This should have never went as far as it did. But
correct.
This is the best way to undo that we see from Florida, our neighbors from the south.
Florida, welcome to the show. We are happy to have you from the great state of Florida. Lonnie's parents live in Florida.
No. They don't. They live down there though, like an hour away.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought they were in Florida. My bad. But I think Probst is pretty close to Florida, if not in Florida now. I can't remember.
I know he's in the same area within driving distance of where my mom and them are. So
right.
He's down there close.
So, welcome. We're some conservatives from. I don't know if you've ever been, like, if you've ever watched the show or not. If you haven't, we're some conservative. I'm a conservative independent. So I'm not a Republican. I'm not even a libertarian anymore. If you want to know why,
I'm so glad you made the jump.
If you want to know why, go watch last week's show. It explains everything. I'm not happy with the party right now. So
we're so glad to have you, Justin.
I'm not a Republican. I'm not a libertarian. I'm not a Democrat. I want things to get done. I'm a constitutional, absolutist. Like, if it's in the Constitution, that's how it needs to be. So that's kind of where I sit. And my camera is flopping all over the place.
Here we go.
Yeah, so I don't know. Well, I hit my desk and look.
Oh, yeah, it's moving.
Yeah. This is all
so
new.
Probst lives where my mom lives, Gulf Shores.
Yeah. Okay. Correct, Probst. I am just a free thinker. I don't like to box myself in, I kind of, like on the last show, I kind of gave my general position, which is it used to be a very libertarian position, right? It was like, I want gay married people to be able to protect their weed farms with guns. Sorry, and at the end of the day, I don't really care what you do or what you think. Don't try to make me think that. I'm going to form my own opinions, and I expect you to respect that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much the same way. But I think there's certain issues, as we've discovered, that I align more with hardcore conservative or Republican. I don't know. It's kind of a blurred line, but I'm somewhere in that side. I'm definitely in that realm.
Correct. Give me 1 second. I'm trying not to leave my desk, but I need my wife to bring me something. And you know what? I will be right back. I'm just gonna walk away from the desk. Lonnie, you can talk. I've still got my headset on, so I'll be able to hear everything.
Okay. Jack, if you have any, never been to this channel. I was looking for videos to see if there will be a mistrial. Well, we will talk about that. As we were saying, I don't know if you heard it. Did you hear about where we were talking about the juror that was, their cousin was posting stuff saying that they had came to the conclusion that he was going to be convicted the day before the actual verdict was reached?
If you weren't here for that, thank you, dear. I got up to find it, couldn't find it myself, but sorry, I'm a vapor, so gotta have it.
Yeah.
Thanks. They can see me
I
thumbs up.
I think there's a big problem with that, Probst. I think a lot of people, if you just don't agree with them in general, it's a problem, and I don't think that's a problem. I don't think it should be a problem. It isn't a problem. I think people's feelings get too much in the way of reality, and I think that's the biggest problem today. Is a lot of people think just because you don't agree with them, then yeah, it's a problem. No, it's not a problem. That's good. You want people to think differently than you, because that's how things grow and change and become better. If everybody thinks the same way, then nothing's ever going to advance.
I completely agree with you, Lonnie. We got to get you a camera, brother. I don't like being the only one on the screen, like at all. It makes me very uncomfortable. But so while we're on that vein, if you're new here, make sure to leave us a comment, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon. You'll always be notified when we go live. It is a live show Saturday nights between 8 and 8:30, depending on what's going on. But yeah, and if you can't watch us live, you can always catch the replay on YouTube. We tried to get it on Rumble again tonight, but it didn't quite work out. So, and if you don't want to watch it, you can always just listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do this now, because we typically do this with people who are new to the chat. Jack, would you mind sharing your political
leanings?
Yeah,
you know.
And we do that just to see, because we like to know if people are would agree with us or disagree with us. Because if you don't, I mean, you're in Florida. It's kind of hard, you know.
It's kind of obvious where he's going to land here, but
Florida in recent times has become more of a red state. But
yeah, for sure.
And but we do like to do that, and it's not because we want to like target you or anything, but it's also because if we know someone who doesn't necessarily line up with us politically, we can refer to the chat and see your opinion, and then we can have a discussion. It's just it's helpful for us. It's helpful for whoever doesn't agree with us or maybe doesn't align with us. Very conservative.
Very conservative. We like it. We like that a lot. But
and it's not that we'll dislike you if you weren't, but
exactly. I mean, one of my closest friends ever is a raging liberal. Like we do not agree on anything politically. But political opinions don't make you a good or a bad person. You know, right. I view. Oh boy!
Oh, big time move. Good for you, pal. Good for you. Yes.
He gets the claps.
Yes.
He gets the claps. Not the clap. That would be bad. We don't want that. No, excuse me. We don't want that at all. It's probably one of the worst things that could ever happen to anybody. But we will give him a tremendous round of applause. And a round of applause that would make Joe Biden go.
True international effort to pressure.
Probably the best round of applause ever.
Agreed.
Probably. That's what they say.
Probably a lot of people are saying that it's a tremendous thing to leave California, ran by shithead Gavin Newsom, to come to the free state of Florida, where I reside.
Where you can wrestle gators in your free time.
You can wrestle alligators. You can do whatever you want. Okay, it's a tremendous state. You can visit Mar-a-Lago, see my classified documents. Excuse me. So at least somebody in the chat thinks my Trump impression is funny. So
I like it too. I think it's pretty good. It's not gonna lie.
I think it's tremendous, probably, but it's nothing compared to Shane Gillis, whose shirt I'm wearing. Where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
Cheese, Danny.
So Jack, if you haven't picked up on it, we're not political commentators by trade. Like, we have day jobs. We like to shit talk the government and have a good time. So that's what we do. Unfortunately, that's, if Trump wins the election, we're going to shit talk Trump. I mean, that's how it works. Like, there's good and bad on both sides. There's a lot of things about Trump that I like. There's a lot of things about Trump that I did not like. I think from a policy perspective, I kind of aligned with him a lot more closely than I aligned a lot more closely is an understatement. I completely aligned almost with Donald Trump's policy standards, except for red flag laws and a couple of other things that he kind of gave support for. But, you take the good with the bad. So I liked his rework of NAFTA. I liked the energy independence. I liked all kinds of things that Donald Trump
Abraham
did.
Accords.
The Abraham Accords, a big selling point for me. No new wars.
Finished wars.
I am an isolationist. I truly believe that America should be first and that we have no business being the world's police, right? America needs to worry about America.
And on top of that, I think we should be self-sustained. We shouldn't rely on any other country for anything.
Correct. And
we have all the resources and the workforce and the know-how to be able to be self-sustained.
So that's
There's no
one
reason
of the
we should
things, credit where credit's due, right? So part of Biden's policy that has actually been decent is stuff like the CHIPS Act, because the CHIPS Act actually brings some work back, but there's a lot of pork in that bill. Like there's not, it's not all good, but you take the good with the bad, right? So
see, and that was the thing that I liked about Trump. It was always clear cut, dry. You knew exactly what you were getting. It wasn't a bunch of stuffing.
When it came to Trump himself, right? But when it comes to Congress, it's always one of those slippery slope things. So like, yeah, you can get what you want out of Congress, but you can guarantee that it's going to be filled with a bunch of bullshit too. So
yeah, it's always a give and take.
It's a give and take, and I haven't watched that yet. He says the Dr. Phil interview with Trump was good. So
I watched the one that he did with the Fox and Friends. They dropped it on YouTube, the whole interview.
Yeah,
that one was pretty good as well.
So I haven't watched that yet. It's on my list of things to watch. But Jack, you wouldn't know this because you're new to the channel. My wife and I just bought a house, and we've just had a lot of things going on. So the show is kind of like taking a back seat to a lot of real life stuff. But we're getting back on track now. I did more show prep today than I have in 3 or 4 weeks. But even then, I only got like 4 or 5 things. But in the same vein as this Trump headed for a mistrial, I want to bring attention to Christopher Wray being in front of Congress this past week. So let's check this out.
See what this old douchebag had to say.
Authority to interfere in an election. Let me get more specific. What we saw happen last week was Alvin Bragg, who ran on a platform of getting Trump, do just that with a flimsy made-up theory and a criminal conviction. Just this weekend, the leader of the Soros organization came out and advised Democrats to repeat the slogan, "convicted felon," so it could be imprinted on voters' minds. Alvin Bragg facilitated that imprint and did just that. Is that coordinated election interference, or is that just a coincidence that would happen?
Again, I with all due respect, I'm not going to talk about. You're talking about a state.
Well, let me get. I'll go to a federal level then. Right. If you look back to April of 2022, the New York Times reported that President Biden had told his advisors that he wanted Donald Trump prosecuted. That was printed in the New York Times. Just days after President Trump announces that he's going to enter the election process, Merrick Garland appoints Jack Smith to prosecute Trump, President Biden's opponent. Is this coordinated election interference to go after your opponent in a federal election using the Justice Department to do it?
So, notice
it's bad when you have more than one instance to where you can point to.
It's really troubling that there are more than one instance in this, right? Because everything that he just said is like the actual timeline of events. Like all of these things just happen to line up perfectly, and it's kind of a problem. Like it's kind of a bad look on the FBI, which we all know by now the FBI is corrupt. It has been for a while. But Christopher Wray is going to do what Christopher Wray does. He's going to dodge the question. Check this out.
You're asking about a special counsel appointment by the Attorney General and a pending federal case that is in front of a federal judge, and it's not something that I can appropriately discuss here.
Well, here's another.
Oh, no. It's almost like I called it, right? He's going to dodge the question again. That case has fallen apart because it's been shown that Jack Smith's team tampered with the evidence, because everything's supposed to be in the same order that it came out of the, that they found it in, but it's not. It's like they've taken away things, they've added things, they've moved things around to make it look worse than it really was. It's kind of like the image that everybody saw of all those folders scattered around on the floor in Mar-a-Lago. Do you really think Donald Trump had documents scattered across the floor
out
at Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah, fat chance, pal.
There's zero fucking chance. Not only that, but the federal government sent him those documents. They sent him a pallet of documents, and we have the receipts to prove it. Like, none of this adds up, and everybody knows it. It's not even a question anymore. Everybody knows what you're doing. They see it. We don't fucking like it. Okay? We do not like it.
Situation. When Letitia James was running for New York Attorney General, she campaigned to get Trump. In fact, Representative Dan Goldman, called it an individualized political vendetta. Does it seem that using the criminal justice system for a political vendetta is election interference, or is that just a coincidence too?
Again, I'm just not going to weigh in on pending state criminal cases. It's not an appropriate role for the FBI.
If the FBI has the duty to investigate violations of federal law, and federal law prohibits the use of governmental authority to interfere in elections, particularly a presidential election of this consequence.
Great argument. However, I mean, that's what this guy's headed towards. He's going to get raided by the FBI if he keeps this up. All right, come on. Come on. Really? Really?
You watch it, pal.
You better watch what you say, buddy. Be a real shame if your house burned down. Just saying.
Or exploded.
Or exploded, like the FBI thing. But, I mean, really and truthfully, what do you expect to happen out of this? It's going to get to a point where one of these congressmen is going to ask the wrong question, and all of a sudden, you're getting raided. I don't feel like the government has much of a leg to stand on here. Like, nobody has any faith that these people are doing the right things anymore. And to me, that's a problem. Like, we should be able to trust that the FBI is not interfering with our elections. We should be able to trust that the FBI is impartial and that they're going to investigate the crimes as they should. But it's pretty apparent now that these guys are not on the side of the American people, and they're not going to investigate all parties equally, like, in any way. So, what do we do with all of that information? Like, do we just continue and pretend that nothing's happening, or do we, do like what we're doing here on the show and bring attention to it? I think that the more people that bring attention to it and make it apparent just how ridiculous the other side of the aisle is on all of these things, the better off we're going to be.
Yeah.
So I just think that it's absolute insanity that this is even something that's happening to begin with. So, just FYI, Bill Haggerty did not kill himself. Okay. Just putting that out there. He didn't kill himself.
Which, speaking of the Trump interview that he did with Fox and Friends, they asked him if he would declassify things, and he said he would declassify the 9/11 documents. He said he would declassify the Epstein video stuff.
Yeah.
Because he said, all the files and stuff related to that, because he said that was very odd. And then they asked him about one other thing that he said, but he said that he wasn't sure on. Can't remember what that
probably
was.
the Kennedy documents.
He said he would release that. He would declassify that.
So here's the problem, right? Every time any president says he's going to declassify the Kennedy documents, the CIA kind of stops in and says, "You're not, though." Yeah. Because the CIA killed Kennedy, and everybody knows it. So.
But see, here's the thing, though, right? No other president has had a real purpose to actually say, "Fuck you, I'm doing it anyway."
You know what? That's a good point, Lonnie. I think that might be the only way that those documents get unclassified is if Trump gets reelected, which I think is more likely than not.
And he said he was going to declassify all the January 6 documents, which that's a given. I would feel like that
absolutely should.
He has to vindicate that whole scenario.
So Malik, welcome to the show again. I think they were more worried about what information on who Trump has. That's why they raided him. He already said he'd released the Epstein list. And here's the thing, right? The fact that the Epstein client list has not been released yet tells you everything you need to know. It's all
now that I think about it, he said now that I think about it, he did say that the Epstein list was a little iffy because he said that depending on how it was laid out, it could be good or bad. Like basically, it could point fingers at people who weren't necessarily involved with the dirty stuff,
the pedophilia part of it,
right? But they may be related to it in another way, but people would assume it was in the worst kind of way.
Yeah, and that's kind of the downfall of the age of information is like you see a name on a list like Epstein's list, and you're automatically going to assume, oh, well, that's a kid diddler. And It's not necessarily the truth.
And that's what he was saying was like it's not so cut and dry in that instance because someone could be related to that case, but because of the heaviness of that case, it could be portrayed incorrectly by the general public.
Right. I think it's kind of hard to say, this person was 100% on the Epstein client list just because they were on the plane, right? Because, everybody goes on a plane, or everybody has the benefit of the doubt. If you went on the plane there and back and that was it, that's a little different than taking like 45 flights to Epstein Island. That's a problem. Like, what's going on there. There's no way you don't. If you're going back and forth 45 times,
yeah, and like if you go there,
exactly like a good look.
Yeah, and if you go there like once or twice, well, I mean, could you have known? Possibly, but does that really give you solid evidence to prove that you did? Not necessarily.
No, it doesn't, and that's kind of. I see where Trump would say that that's kind of iffy, and a lot of people are going to latch onto that and be like, it's because he's on the list. No, it's not because he's on the list. He kicked him out of fucking Mar-a-Lago the second he found out that he was a pervert.
Well, and think about it. And Trump, of all people, you would have to kind of like take a step back and look at this from his perspective. How much has he been shown in a negative light out of context?
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
So why would he want to just turn around and do that?
You have the fine people on both sides hoax like that. He didn't ever say that. Like he literally said there are very fine people on both sides, and I'm not talking about the white supremacists and the neo-Nazis. They should be condemned entirely.
Yeah, and I think that's why he's saying that with this whole situation.
So, like, everybody wants to take that out of context and say, the very fine people on both sides, including the President of the United States. And Jack says, I hope they don't steal another election. And I'm kind of the mindset that they didn't necessarily steal it so much as they rigged it via the media, right? So they weaponized the media against Trump for 4 fucking years, and then they let Joe Biden hide in a basement like a sack of bones that he is, and then all of a sudden, COVID happens, and mail-in balloting and all these laws are changed to allow for mail-in balloting because of COVID. I think that's what did it. I think more people than ever before voted, and I think it was because of the changes to the rules for COVID. I don't think that's how it should have went, though. I don't think that anybody should have been allowed to vote from home because of COVID. If you're worried about COVID, make it I don't know, the elderly are eligible for a mail-in ballot or whatever, but you can't do it with everybody.
Yeah.
Because you're opening the door, and, it used to be that the Democrats always talked about how mail-in voting was rife with fraud. But when they need it, it's the freest, fairest election ever to take place. And it's kind of bullshit. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, on one hand, it's rife with fraud and more ballots than not get tossed out, and then on the other hand say, oh, well, there's a pandemic, so we really need it, and then call it free and fair. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. Like, you have to have evidence that it's actually free and fair, and there is none. There's no evidence that that's how that played out. There's astounding amounts of evidence that they were stuffing the ballot boxes with fraudulent ballots. Do I think it's enough that it stole the election for Joe Biden? No. I don't think there's enough ballots that could have been stuffed with the exception of maybe the one in Georgia, where it would have swung it in Trump's favor. But it's funny that you say that, Jack, because we're going to be getting to that too. So Jack says they planned the commie flu, if you ask me. I've never heard it called the commie flu, but I like that, and I'm going to start calling it that.
Kung flu.
They say it came from China. Okay, China. Not America. It was created in a lab in Wuhan, China. Okay?
Some would say in a dojo.
Some would say
it's the Kung flu.
It was a bigly deadly virus, okay, frankly. Anywho, I'm very much a talk with my hands kind of person, so the camera's a lot lower this time than it was last week, and you can actually see my hands, and it makes me uncomfortable. Like, I'm telling you, I don't like being the only one on camera, Lonnie.
I just want to point out that it's 9 o'clock and Joe's still not here.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, so I'm sending the message now.
For the next show, I will look into getting a webcam solution figured out. By the way,
perfect. I just messaged Joe, said, "Hey Joe, where are you?" I doubt I get a response. I doubt he even shows up. It's going to be a miracle if he shows up.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay? Lonnie, I bet you a cigar that he doesn't show up until 9:45.
Oh, I was going to say at least 10.
Okay, so if it's before 10, I win. If it's after 10, you win. Deal?
Deal.
Okay, cigar. Maybe a drink if we're... You want to do a cigar or do you want to do a drink?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll say this. Look, let's keep it friendly. Anything within the $10 range.
Bet.
Doesn't matter which way we go.
Bet.
All right. Because we ain't out here trying to, flex our money like rappers.
Yeah, because I ain't got any money. So, if you wanted money from me, you're just going to get a wallet that does this when you open it. So, I mean, there was another big name in front of Congress this week, Merrick Garland.
Oh, douchebag McGee here.
So, check this out.
Ooh, love me some Jim Jordan.
Mr. Attorney General, there's no blinking the fact that for the first time in American history, we do have a presidential administration that's working to put its opponent in jail. I mean, that's a fact. And that, an opponent who's a former president of the United States. Now, as I understand the facts, Jack Smith was the principal player in the IRS targeting of the Tea Party. He was a well-established record of prosecutorial abuse, and yet you appointed him to prosecute the former president of the United States, who happens to be running against your boss. Now, this is entirely your work, including approving an unprecedented search of a former president's home. And though you've just maintained that the local prosecutors are independent, it's a fact that in the Manhattan case, the third-ranking official in your department left it to join the local prosecutor's office to spearhead the New York prosecution. The Atlanta prosecutor strategized for hours with the White House counsel in advance of filing that case. And you've just refused Mr. Gates' request to reveal what communications your department and its employees have had with those local offices. So what are we to make of all of this?
Well, I have to disagree with the characterizations that you've made. We're happy to take into account the requests if you make them to us. That's the normal process, and we will respond to all.
Which characterization do you question?
Well, I disagree with.
You know what?
Out, Junior.
You disagree with nothing, but you have to say that you disagree with it, because if you don't, your boss is going to be real fucking mad.
Yeah, you got to cover that ass, my boy.
He really does. And that's the problem, is you got to cover your ass. So, like, at the end of the day, sorry, I'm getting a beer. Thank you.
I know I'm about to have to go grab my other one.
I have a great wife. She brings me things in the middle of the show because she knows that I'm in the show, and it's kind of necessary for me to be here talking to the people.
Because I'm kind of important. Kind of a big deal.
And when she comes in here, she's very likely to flash me.
Oh.
Oh, man. Jack, you're not the only one that can't stand him. We can't stand him either. So, it is just one of those things. But now... What?
Anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you.
She's flashing boobies.
No, she's not, actually. Got me a key lime pie sour.
Ew.
It's actually fantastic.
I don't like key lime pie. Just the thought of it.
It's made in Nashville by Southern Grist. If you've ever had anything that Southern Grist makes, they make some fantastic beer.
You ever had anything from Jackalope?
I have not, actually.
Dude, delicious.
I will have to find some. Anyway, back to Merrick Garland.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab me another drink.
Copy that.
Your characterization that this person was sent by my office?
I didn't say he was sent, but it is rather odd that the third-ranking official in your office leaves it to go to a local prosecutor's office to prosecute this case.
Justice Department had nothing to do with that person going. He was the principal deputy.
A bullshit? A bullshit?
That's complete bullshit. The Justice Department had everything to do with that. Whether the guy was gonna quit on his own and go do this is beside the point. It was more likely than not encouraged for him to go so that we could actually, get Trump. And that's kind of a problem. Again, like, this is why nobody trusts the Justice Department. You can't sit there and tell us that the number 3 guy in the Justice Department federally is going to leave the Justice Department and take a massive fucking pay cut to go work for Alvin Bragg in New York in order to prosecute Donald Trump. Like, you're either trying to get your name out there as somebody who convicted Trump, or you were sent there. Either way, it's a bad look. You can't say that this was done in good faith. At the end of the day, if you left the Justice Department to go prosecute Donald Trump, just say that. Like, just say that. That's what you did. Just admit it.
Yeah, look, I'm not good at math, but the math ain't mathing.
The math definitely ain't mathing, and trust me, I'm in college math right now, and I definitely can't math. But that math don't math, okay? It just it just doesn't add up. I'm sorry, but I'm
gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
But that don't make any sense. Okay, it just doesn't. It's not adding up. I'm sorry. I do not believe you. And, there's only one thing that we can really say to that.
It's called fake news.
It is called fake news. So, anyway, what did you catch? What he was saying, Lonnie? Because I know your headset's kind of wired. So,
no, I didn't.
Okay, so basically what I was just talking about, like, the number 3 guy in the Justice Department leaves to go work for Alvin Bragg and takes a huge pay cut. And Merrick Garland's sitting here saying, no, we didn't have anything to do with that. So.
Oh, hold on.
I don't
got
believe
something
you.
for that. I got something for that.
It's just fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
I forgot all about that soundboard, but I'm so glad that you did that. It's sorry. And meanwhile, while we're waiting on Joe, I just want to share this for you real quick.
One eternity later
is when he's going to show up. So,
you know what Joe is?
I'm danger.
Joe is in danger.
Because someone's gonna get stabbed.
So here's the thing, and Jack, you'll figure this out if you continue to come back and watch the show. When we're in person, the likelihood of Joe getting smacked on the back of the head increases dramatically when we're around each other, because
it's guaranteed to at least happen once a show.
He has a smackable head. Okay, I'm sorry, he just does. He's got a smackable head, and I like to smack it, and he irritates me and makes me want to smack it, so I do smack it.
And this all makes sense because they're childhood friends. They grew up together. So
Correct.
like,
we've known each other since we were like 10 years old. So we're the bros. Okay. It is what it is. And if you don't like it, then the only thing I can tell you is afuera. So there's that. Anyway, let's continue with Merrick here.
To the third ranking.
Well, like Caesar's wife, it's important that your department be above reproach, and clearly it's not. Special Counsel Herr concluded that although there was evidence President Biden had willfully retained and disclosed classified materials when he was a private citizen, his words, criminal charges were not warranted because, among other things, President Biden is, quote, sympathetic, well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory. Do you agree with that decision?
Weird.
I've said before, and I'll say again, I'm not going to comment. I didn't comment on Mr. Durham's special counsel report. I'm not going to comment on Mr. Herr's. Mr. Herr testified for 5 hours before this committee.
This is a Department of Justice matter. You're the Attorney General, and there's no prosecution involved with this at this point. So
of course it matters. Mr. Herr explained the rationale for his decision in that case, and he explained the differences between that case and the case involving the former president.
Well, I do want to thank you for your testimony expressing concern for terrorist attacks. We've had 5 million illegal immigrants deliberately released into our country with very limited vetting. And while the Border Patrol's been overwhelmed, another 2 million known gotaways have entered as well. Now, last year, your FBI director told this committee that he believes this constitutes a massive security threat. Again, his words. Do you agree with that assessment?
I'm never going to be disagreeing with the FBI director, but my recollection, he said that there is a national security threat of people from known terrorist organizations crossing the border, and the FBI will do everything it can to follow those people if they manage to make it across the.
Lonnie, it looks like you're going to owe me a cigar. He's on his way.
Damn it. Well, he may be on his way, but will he be on here?
Fair point.
Because Joe might be like, I gotta go take a 45-minute shit.
Yeah, and by the time he's done, we're already done with the show, right? So that's kind of how this works. Or, he's going to get there and he has to eat, or, take the dog out. He doesn't even have a dog that he has to take out because it's already outside. So I don't know. It'll be
all his million fucking plants.
Yeah. He's got to go cut the grass or something. Who knows?
Play some stripes.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if he's watching this right now? Just like, fuck you guys.
I hope he is. I really do.
It's just not the same without him. Like, I know, so this is only the second time that Lonnie and I have done the show without Joe. And the first time it was during an address. Like,
it was the State of the Union address.
No, it wasn't the State of the Union address. It was the Blood Red address.
Oh, yeah, the Sig Heil one.
It was the Sig Heil Blood Red, attack on democracy address. Like, what the fuck, dude? I don't know. It's crazy, but Joe's gonna get here and we're gonna have to. I'm not filling him in on shit. He's just gonna have to pick it up and go with it.
Just get in where you fit in, bitch.
But I mean, you'll see him when he pops in because it'll pop up and the camera will turn on for him. So,
and you'll hear his fucking turban nostrils.
Well, no, actually, because it's Discord, you can't hear that.
Oh, thank God.
That's one of the benefits of doing the show via Discord, is that you can't hear Joe turbo breathing into the microphone.
He's got wastegates on them motherfuckers.
He does. You know what? I'm gonna have to go find a soundbite of him nose breathing and just have it play. So I'm just gonna play it on repeat throughout the entire show.
Sweating from laughing so hard.
So
Stupid.
Oh man.
You ruined it. You ruined it, and I'm leaving.
Oh man, we have too much fun, Lonnie. We have too much fun. Anyway, I mean, Merrick Garland is obviously he's a hack, I do not agree with anything that this man has said or done since becoming the Attorney General. I think it's a blessing that the Senate blocked his confirmation to the United States Supreme Court, because there's no telling what kind of damage he would have done there.
Listen, this is all I have to say about him.
All right, then keep your secrets.
Yes, please keep them. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you put in your butthole. Okay, it's none of my business. But whatever you're doing,
Afuera!
Okay, just get it out of here. Garland is a sleaze bag, if I've ever seen one.
He's deep in the swamp, deep in there, neck deep,
very deep. Now, it's kind of odd that I mentioned him not being confirmed to the Supreme Court, because the next thing we're going to talk about is the Supreme Court justices and their disclosure of gifts. And shockingly, it's not just Clarence Thomas. It's one Miss Ketanji Brown Jackson, who doesn't know what a woman is, receiving gifts and not disclosing them. Check this out.
U.S. Supreme Court justices reported receiving gifts in annual financial disclosure forms for 2023, released on Friday. It includes a stay in a Bali hotel and tickets to a Beyoncé concert, as well as nearly $1.6 million in book advances and royalties. Conservative Justice Clarence Thomas has come under criticism for failing to disclose gifts from businessman and Republican donor Harlan Crow. Thomas revised his 2019 form to acknowledge he accepted food and lodging at a Bali hotel and at a California club. Liberal Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson said she received 4 concert tickets from music superstar Beyoncé valued at over $3,700. And Conservative Justice Samuel Alito got a 90-day extension on his filing. He has been under fire for reports of flags associated with Donald Trump's attempts to overturn his 2020 election defeat flying outside his home.
Hold on. Okay. Okay. So, first of all, those flags have nothing to do with Donald Trump's attempt to overturn the election in 2020. Okay? That's not how this works. What they do have to do with is American history. An appeal to heaven was a historic flag. The upside down flag is a symbol for a nation in distress. They have nothing to do with Donald Trump. It is not Donald Trump.
Look, all I gotta say is that is a sign of we the people are angry.
Yes. And whether you're a politician or a justice does not matter. You have every right that a normal, everyday American citizen has to fly a flag upside down if you truly believe that the nation is in distress, right? There's nothing barring these people from from exercising their First Amendment rights, okay? That's his right. If he wants to fly an appeal to heaven flag at his home, he's more than welcome to. If he wants to fucking fly a flag upside down, he's more than welcome to, because it's his constitutionally protected right.
That's right.
And as a Supreme Court justice, he is well aware of what is his constitutionally protected rights. Okay?
Don't have to agree with it to be a right.
You do not have to agree with it. And the fact that the media is only focusing on Clarence Thomas here, you have a brand new Supreme Court justice getting concert tickets from a superstar named Beyoncé, and you'll barely see anybody talk about it. Do I think that it's okay that Clarence Thomas is accepting gifts from, rich friends? No, but does it really fucking matter? Also, no. Like, Clarence Thomas is a wealthy man anyway. If he wanted to go and pay for that room and food in Bali, he could have done that. At the end of the day, this is irrelevant. Like, it doesn't matter. Harlan Crow has 0 cases in front of the Supreme Court. So what does it matter if he's giving stuff to Clarence Thomas? It doesn't. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, none of it matters. Okay? I don't care that they're getting gifts. Okay? Beyonce's not a politician. She doesn't have any cases in front of the Supreme Court unless you want to talk about, I don't know, what's her husband, Jay-Z? Isn't that her husband's name, Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Isn't that who she's married to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for
the guy who looks like a fucking algae sucker fish.
Okay, first off, he looks like black Troy Aikman. Have you ever seen that, Lonnie?
He looks like, in his current state, he looks like a fucked up version of Sideshow Bob.
Lonnie?
Oh my God. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Just so everybody else is aware.
Holy shit.
Troy Aikman is white Jay-Z. Okay? Sorry. Anywho.
With his hair, he kind of looks like Sideshow Bob, though.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, this is like the best thing, though. Right? Yeah, so just so everybody is aware of what we're looking at. Troy, Jay-Z, they look the same. I'm sorry, they look the same. That's the same person. I don't care what anybody says.
It's fucking hilarious.
Listen, this is not the first time that we here at Embers of Liberty have uncovered the parentage of somebody. We have said for a while now that Justin Trudeau, no I don't, is Fidel Castro's son. Because he is. They look exactly alike. I don't know what you want me to tell you. They literally look exactly. I mean, look at this.
Look, we're just out here finding doppelgangers.
Yeah, we're just out here finding all the people that look exactly the same. So, I kind of have a mixed bag of feelings on this whole Supreme Court thing, right? Like, I really don't care, but at the same time, it's kind of one of those like, maybe don't do that. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think maybe it's a bad look, right? So that's just me, though. Lonnie, you're more than welcome to your opinion. You can tell me what you think, but I think it's kind of a bad look, but at the same time, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah, bad look for sure.
Yeah, so, anywho, and then, yet another person who's been in the news a lot over the past couple of years was on Capitol Hill this week. Lonnie, any idea who this one is?
The science.
Science, okay? Frankly,
it's called fake news.
It's called fake news, okay? It is everybody's least favorite doctor, who's actually a doctor, Anthony Fauci. Holy shit, Joe's here.
Damn it.
Whether or not, well, actually, it may not be Joe. Is it Joe?
It looked like Joe.
Oh, yep. He's trying to use the GoPro again, so.
Yep, there we go.
Look at who it is, just in time for the Fauci bomb.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Get shit on your ass.
Yes, you are. You truly are.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I wish you would. Anyway, Yeah. Thanks, Probst.
Yeah, we agree. Yeah, we
Probst.
agree.
Finally.
About fucking time, pal.
Jeez. Probst says finally. Jeez.
It's what it is, man.
No, it's not. You're an hour and a half late, son.
Well, there was a birthday party,
I don't care about that birthday party.
Nor do I.
Birthday party don't mean shit to me, bro.
Freedom don't care.
Afuera!
That's
Well,
what I have to say.
Bullshit.
Well, we're here now, so let's do this thing.
Well, I'm not going to ask you how your week was because it's too late for that.
That's all right. There's nothing to share anyway.
We are, however, going to go straight into talking about to Science Anthony Fauci on Capitol Hill this week.
Now recognize Dr. McCormick for 5 minutes.
Let's watch him get wrecked.
Thank you, Dr. Wenstrup, Chairman. It's been insinuated that politicians, only bloggers, only conspiracy theorists are disagreeing with you. I want to point out that I'm probably the only member of Congress that actually treated patients during the pandemic from the very beginning to the very end of the pandemic, during night shifts in the ER. Thousands of patients during that time. And in 2020, I was censored. My medical license was threatened because I disagreed with bureaucrats. Literally taken off the internet as a person who is treating patients with leading edge technologies, developing theories, but doing my very best, but being censored by the United States government for the first time, stepping in and taking the place of medical professionals as the experts in healthcare.
Violating the First Amendment, by the way. Like, that's what he's talking about. Completely violating the First Amendment. Joe, by the way, when I see you, this is going to be you.
He keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Oh shit, not good.
Exactly.
Any dissent surrounding COVID-19 treatments, mask mandates, and any public policy surrounding the pandemic was immediately labeled as anti-science. I watched as public health officials and politicians told my patients what treatment options were best for them, regardless of their comorbidities or their medical history. Despite my education, my training, and my experience, my opinions were relegated to conspiracy, misinformation.
Hold on.
Allegedly by so-called healthcare experts who had never treated a patient throughout the entire pandemic. This has been a black eye on the medicine and has highlighted why government should never insert itself in between patients and their healthcare providers. The American people deserve to make medical decisions through conversations with their physicians rather than politically motivated mandates. Dr. Fauci, did you ever treat a patient for COVID during the pandemic?
I was part of a team that was at the NIH that took care. We didn't take care of many of them.
Okay, so not hands-on. Got it. Thank you.
First off, who the fuck did that? Lonnie? We can't have you farting on the remotes as well, okay?
That's all I heard, man, was a bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's true. Joe, say something again?
Hey.
Okay.
He's really quiet.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Ack, indeed. Oh my God. Let's see. I can't remember what's on the soundboard.
Some good ones.
What the hell is that shit?
What the dog doing?
Emotional damage.
Oh, damn. Here we go.
Okay. We got to stop that.
What the dog do?
What the dog doing? Oh God. Okay. Anyway,
that was my favorite.
I'd be criticized by a bureaucrat
for sure
for doing my very best as a healthcare. This is a rhetorical question, but why? Why would the government, who's never treated a patient for COVID, you can read all the things you want, but you're not there. You're not seeing patients. You're not watching people die, intubating patients right there with that disease in your face, watching it happen, watching the development of this disease and actually learning from it. But I'm being told by bureaucrats what's right and wrong. And what's funny is everything I was censored on, I was proven to be right. Pretty crazy, isn't it?
This guy fucks.
You said in an interview that you gave as part of an audiobook written by...
Hold on. Doctor, hold on. I gotta find it. I have something for that. And I gotta fucking find it now because I can't remember where I put it. Ah, shit. Is it in the soundboard? It may be in the soundboard. No, it's not, but... oh, God. No, I gotta find it real quick because there we go.
Fuck!
That's Dr. Fauci right now. Just
fuck.
Anyway, this man could be considered a
real man of genius.
Yeah, brother. Yeehaw!
That's right. That is right. Yeehaw! Anyway,
Blackman, I just noticed your T-shirt.
I was gonna ask. I was waiting to see how long it would take you.
Where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
Where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
All right, let's roll.
That you believed an institutional should make it hard for people to live their lives so they'd feel pressured to get vaccinated. Could we read?
Hold on. What you're about to hear is the biggest bunch of shit you have ever heard.
I expect nothing less.
This is the man who literally was the science.
The science
for the whole fucking pandemic. This is the reason that you should not trust anybody in the federal government. This right here. Okay, take a listen to this.
Run the audio clip on that, please.
You think can be done about it. I have to say that I don't see a big solution other than some sort of mandatory vaccination. I know federal officials don't like to use that term.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit. And they...
Huh? I'm sorry.
People in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit. For people in their... And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit. And
Hey, one more time for the people in the back.
Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
What'd you say? I think I heard tyranny. Is that what you heard, Justin?
That's exactly what I heard. So here's the problem with that logic. It's also been proven that if you lose your ideological bullshit because your life becomes difficult, you're a fucking bitch. Okay?
That too.
Become ungovernable. That's all I have to say about that. Become ungovernable. Because at the end of the day, this bullshit is exactly what we all fought against. Like, This is the government that our founding fathers hated. This is the government that we fought a war to get out of in the 1770s. Okay? At the end of the day, tyrants like Fauci are an enemy of the Republic. Period. There is no, wiggle room here. Like, this man is a tyrant. And as a tyrant, you are an enemy of the Republic. The Tree of Liberty is watered with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Sorry. That's how it works. You cannot be free while simultaneously propping up wannabe tyrants and dictators like Anthony Fauci. This dude,
fuck this guy.
you know, this dude can suck a giant fat cock. Okay. That's just all there is to it. Like, this dude sucks. You know, Wanda, you said earlier, this guy fucks. This guy sucks. Okay.
Big time. Look at those DSLs.
Big penises. Okay. Giant
Black
ones. Uncircumcised ones.
Ooh. Little dick cheese in there.
Ooh, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what Anthony Fauci is. Dick cheese. Okay? That's what he is. Dick cheese.
Where'd you get that cheese? Where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
Where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
Fauci's balls.
Exactly. No, not Fauci's balls.
No, the corners of his mouth.
Exactly. The corners of his mouth.
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing.
Exactly. Oh, man. So, I mean, that's about all you need to know from that, right? Like, absolute bullshit, tyrannical bullshit to begin with. And the fact that he was confident enough to believe that those comments would not come to light, that he wouldn't be questioned about them in some way at some point.
Well, that's his inflated ego.
Fucking hilarious. We live in the age of information, and you're going to sit there and tell me that you really thought that you were going to get away with this?
Yeah, no. Dude, this shit's going online. Everybody's hearing it. It's not safe from anybody.
Everybody is going to get a hold of this. And they did. And now, it's all coming full circle. Okay? So.
As it should. Thank God.
If you'll notice, my chest with Pop is empty. So we'll do that live.
Ooh.
But I mean, there's a couple of them that I meant to grab, and I thought I did, but apparently I didn't. So.
Ooh, I'm gonna like this one. I can already tell.
Now, this guy fucks. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy truly fucks.
A lot. And it's proven.
It's proven. Fuck. It's been.
I'm not even gay. No Diddy.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Senator Rand Paul versus Dr. Fauci, round 687. Okay?
Every time.
We know exactly how this ends. Rand Paul destroys Anthony Fauci, but I enjoy watching it, so why not? Here, check this out.
Look, voice of a real doctor.
Wait. Is this Jack Delaney guy?
He's new.
He's new? Oh, okay.
He's from Florida.
Wait. Is Jack back?
I haven't seen anything from him.
Oh,
he said
ivermectin and vitamin C took care of my commie flu in less than a week.
So, Joe, you missed it. Jack here lives in Florida. He's a transplant from California.
Oh shit!
He's an extreme conservative.
Okay.
My bad, guys. This is actually a very old clip, and I don't like that. But we're gonna, well, no, we're not gonna watch it. Okay, so I know that he did go after him again, or I thought he did. But you know what? We're gonna go ahead.
Hey, that's me, man. I'm right here. Present.
What the fuck? I really thought that he went after him again.
I'm sure he has. They're probably just trying to cover it up.
Yeah, they probably
awful
are.
For Fauci.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Okay, we're gonna go to this.
Fauci's testimony before a House subcommittee marked his first public appearance on Capitol Hill since retiring in December 2022.
Yeah, your face is really long, broad.
The COVID lab leak theory isn't a conspiracy and maintained that he kept an open mind about how it occurred. During the hearing, House Democrats praised Dr. Fauci for saving countless lives during the COVID-19 pandemic.
I lost both of my parents during the pandemic, so I take this very personally. It's important to note that, in my opinion, is that you are an American hero and your team has done more to save lives than all 435 members of this body on both sides of the aisle.
What?
What?
Hey, look, Mr. Garcia, no hablo en español. Inglés, por favor.
First off, funding the virology lab that probably created COVID-19 and unleashed it upon the world didn't save any lives. It actually took them. So
Yeah, all of them actually related to this virus. I'm just saying.
Kind of stupid if you ask me to say that, knowing that the lab leak was the most likely reason that the virus got out. But, you know, weird
Genius,
flex.
okay.
I don't know. Just real man of genius. I don't know, man. Kind of weird if you ask me. So yeah. Anyway,
While
continuing.
recognizing aspects of his long Republicans also
Really?
Yeah.
Who did that?
It was an accident.
Anywho.
Besides Dr. Fauci.
Business closures.
Fuck! Early on, when 5,000 people were dying a day, yes.
Church closures.
Same thing.
School closures.
Again, the
Stay-at-home orders.
These were important when we were trying to stop the tsunami of deaths that were occurring early on.
Yeah,
How
2 weeks,
long we
right?
kept them going is debatable.
We are now 4 years into 2 weeks to stop the spread.
Yeah, 2 weeks, right?
And hold on. When things are starting to open back up, was he not one of them that says he doesn't really recommend it? But now he's saying, but now he's starting to say that, how long we kept it going is debatable.
It's really not. It's not debatable at all. You know why it's not debatable? Because we all fucking lived it. So I mean, that's kind of. My camera is falling again.
What are you drinking over there?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, that was a Dr. Pepper and bourbon. But now I'm done with that. So I've got my key lime pie sour.
I got my cider boys strawberry cider.
Yeah. But
it's good.
It's good too. Anywho, so continuing on this.
As to the theory that the virus escaped from the Wuhan Institute of Virology, Fauci testified that can't be ruled out. He called allegations of his involvement in trying to cover up its origins completely false.
The accusation being circulated that I influenced these scientists to change their minds by bribing them with millions of dollars in grant money is absolutely false and simply preposterous.
Fauci did.
Notice that every time. Hold on. So here's something that I've noticed about Fauci, right? Every time he's making a statement, it's always pre-written. He always has to read it. Because he knows that if he looks up while saying any of this,
he's gonna shit his fucking pants.
Everyone will see the obvious telltale signs of someone who is lying like a liar. I'm sorry, but that's the reason that he pre-writes all of his stuff. Tyson Casey, I've never seen you in the show either.
I'm watching from the toilet. Well, you're hearing a bunch of shit from this guy on
You're
here.
hearing a bunch of shit. I'm sorry, but Dr. Fauci is going to give you the runs. If he didn't already give you a blood clot. So Tyson, this is the second new viewer tonight, so I'm kind of super happy about this. Like,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Roll on, son, roll on.
We're glad to have you. If you don't mind, tell us, where you're from, not city, just
not the toilet,
state.
not the toilet.
Yeah, we don't want to know that you're on the toilet taking a deuce.
I'm
or
from the
whatever.
porcelain kingdom of my bathroom, gentlemen.
Fuck.
So the one thing that we ask of new viewers is we ask, where you're from, so we kind of have an idea of, how far we're getting, our reach and whatnot, and what your political leanings are. Perfect.
Subscribed.
Perfect. We love
Damn.
subscribers. We love new subscribers.
This guy's based.
This guy fucks. So, yeah, give us a quick, where you're from, what your political leanings are, so that if it wasn't obvious, we are independent conservatives. Joe is a libertarian, so we'll let it slide. He believes in the party, I don't. If you want to know why, go watch last week's show. But yeah, just kind of give us everything. Everyone's welcome here. As long as you're capable of having
Grand Junction, Colorado. Nice.
Nice. As long as you're capable of having a civil discussion, I don't care what your political leanings are. I'm more than happy to discuss them with you. And, right now we're small enough that we can have a very interactive show, and we'll continue to do that. So welcome to the show.
Independent. Okay, cool. Great.
Cool. Great. That's what we like. That's what we like to hear. You probably align
People
with
that think for themselves.
You probably align with my gay married people should be able to protect their weed farms with guns. And I like that. I like that a lot. So, anywho, welcome to the show, Tyson.
Admit the vaccine was not as effective as they first thought.
The vaccine saved millions of lives, and I want to thank you for your support and engagement on that. However, despite statements...
The vaccine saved millions of lives?
Wait a minute.
Weird. Because
I don't. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
Agreed. Anyway, continuing.
To the contrary, it did not stop transmission of the virus. That is a complicated issue because in the beginning, the first iteration of the vaccines did have an effect, not 100%, not a high effect. They did prevent infection and subsequently, obviously, transmission. However, it's important to point out something that we did not know early on that became evident as the months went by is that the durability of protection against infection and hence transmission was relatively limited. Yeah, it definitely had a positive effect for many people, especially those that were vulnerable, but we knew from...
No, it didn't. Anyway, that's been Dr. Fauci on Capitol Hill. He's not the science. He's science. There's a difference. Okay? Sorry.
Science.
Science. TEH.
I vaped the Pfizer vaccine.
Holy shit.
Yeah, y'all be smoking everything out in Colorado, though.
Oh, my God.
Is that a strain out there? Is that the hype strain out in Colorado? The Pfizer vaccine?
It has to be a strain because there's no way that's a legit, it's, you know what? If somebody hasn't named a strain of weed Pfizer vaccine yet, they're going to. It's coming.
It's going to make you feel like if it don't make you feel like your heart's stopping, Tyson, it's not appropriately named.
Copyright that shit right now so that you get royalties.
Little TM beside it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anywho, so that's the end of my show notes, but obviously we've got more. It's just I didn't really have the time to prep all that much. So we're gonna go take a scroll on X.
Pop?
No, we're gonna take a scroll on X.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, here we go. It's always a good night when the first thing that comes up is Adam Kinzinger lying.
Oh, right? Lying Adam Kinzinger.
So now Trump is pretending Biden's accomplishments were his. Classic.
Got a question in chat for everybody.
Okay, first off, no. Absolutely not.
I got the very first rounds, kind of against my will, really.
You probably did it for the employment reason, right?
I did, and I was the sole provider for my family, so I figured, hey, I got to take the brunt of the blow here. Didn't want to do it. Just a little insight, Tyson. I took it because I'm work for the government. That was one of the mandates that we had to do. I'm an honest person. I wasn't going to claim religious exemption. Sole provider for my wife and my newborn daughter at the time. So I took the first dose, no boosters, and I will not ever take another vaccine that is mandated. I can guarantee that.
So I can speak personally. I was in much the same boat as Lonnie, but I absolutely vehemently refused. They tried to force us once the government said any contractors have to take it. But the great thing about the company that I work for is that they honored all claims of religious exemption, no matter how far-fetched they may be. And my basis for my religious exemption was that God gave me free will so that I could choose Him. You can't force me to take this vaccine against my will.
And I'll say this: I learned that my company did the same thing. But me personally, just being the person I am, I didn't feel right taking that route, even though that's what I believed. And they were talking about, well, we will accept it, but our customers, because they're government, may not, and they may exclude you from contracts. So there was that risk still there, future risk.
The problem that they would have ran into with that is that it is impossible to question a sincerely held religious belief.
Yeah, and like I said, and if my wife was working and my daughter was already, at an age to where it was a little more feasible, like I said, it was kind of a lot of pressure on me to basically just be like, look, I can't afford to lose a job at this point. And that's basically what it boiled down to. Now, if it happened today, totally different story.
Absolutely. So, Joe.
Sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to cut you off.
At the time, I was working for myself, so I pretty much was giving the middle finger to the government at the time. Had no problem doing it.
You know what? For the first time in Embers history, Joe is going to get.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, boy!
Hello, cat.
And he's also going to get one of these.
What the dog doing?
And
hell yeah, boy!
and also one of these.
I'm not fucking leaving.
And Tyson. Also, we also want to let you know that even if you disagree with us, make that point known. We do like to see different opinions. We can discuss it, and it's not going to be any ill faith discussion. We just like to have a different discourse. We don't like everybody to agree. It's good for people to disagree on certain things. So if you see something and we say something that we don't agree with, or you don't agree with us, just put it in chat and we'll talk about it. We'll discuss.
Yeah, we're not here to be an echo chamber.
Absolutely not. So, and Malik makes a good point. He says he's vaccinated. It was forced on me, and now I have a heart condition because of it. There's a lot of people coming out now and saying, "Hey, these vaccine injuries are real. Like, this is a problem."
It is a big issue.
So anyway,
okay. So I've said it on the show before that I have. I'm not going to say what their name is or their relation to me, but I'm going to say there's a family member, very, very fit family member. Like, the day that he had his heart attack, he was doing CrossFit. Like, he's a very, very fit individual. and he got the vaccine, and like he supposedly did have a like family history, like his mom had heart problems, but this dude was a very in shape guy. Like he cholesterol. They even said nothing was wrong with his cholesterol, no high blood pressure. Like there was nothing wrong with him, but he had a heart attack.
Yeah,
and see it, and I'll kind of play off of that a little bit. I think y'all know. I think I may have told y'all this before. It's a little concerning for me because my mom, she actually had a heart attack in her 40s, which is fairly young to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
So looking forward, it's a little unnerving to think about because I took it and all the issues that are associated with it. It's concerning for me, but I mean, at the same point, like I said, at the time, the conditions that were laid out for me, I felt like my hand was kind of forced.
Well, I feel like too, though, that like maybe once, like if you just got the one, I think maybe it kind of like fades itself out.
That's what I'm hoping. Because it was a 2-dose thing. You had to get one, and then you had to wait like 2 weeks, and you got another dose.
Right. And then now they're saying you have to get more boosters. So if it was still in your body, why would you have to be getting boosters?
Right. And that's kind of my hope, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Malik just made a great point. It's funny how YouTube allows us to talk about it now. They didn't used to.
Well,
there's a distinct probability that this show gets taken down because of this conversation.
But that's okay. We're not in it for the money. We're in it for the truth.
Our last show got taken.
Our channel is not our last show is back up. I got it trimmed out. It got taken down because of the Shane Gillis stuff.
I figured that's what it was.
So, at the end of the day, YouTube can do whatever they want. If we have something to say, we have other avenues to say it. Whether it's on YouTube or if it's on Rumble. If we're not here, check Rumble. Chances are we're there. And the same channel name, everything. Like it'll be, we're gonna say what we want to say. The government and YouTube and unelected bureaucrats are not going to silence us. We the people have the power here. And at the end of the day, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. Consequences be damned. Because I don't believe in giving up my liberty for somebody else's sense of security.
It's interesting now. Like I just Googled COVID vaccine injury comes out, right? And now you're actually starting to see the actual stuff starting to pop up about around COVID vaccine injury. Yeah. Even for Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So literally the CDC report adverse events. It says selected adverse events reported after COVID-19.
Yeah. I mean, so the SARS report has been there from the beginning. But a lot of people wanted to sit there and say, this is not true. This is not really happening, this, that, and the other. But when you look at it, how many athletes were just dropping dead on the field? When do you remember that happening in the past? Maybe
young,
once,
too.
super young athletes, like maybe once or twice in the past, but like not to the extent that we saw during COVID.
In
not
very rare conditions.
Yeah, and like LeBron James's son had that heart condition that almost kept him from playing basketball. I mean, otherwise healthy individuals that just all of a sudden are not healthy anymore. It's unheard of, and to sit there and think that people are not gonna pick up on it and understand what's happening just shows you exactly how naive the government was to believe that they really held all the power, and completely forgot what the Constitution says. We the people, not the government, the people. So the Constitution is not a list of, things that the citizens can or can't do. The Constitution is literally a list of things that the government can't do.
And look, and the thing is too, a lot of people, I think the more that people realize the government can only be as strong as we allow them to be, the better this country will be. And so far that's not the case. People think that just because they're the government, they have the final say. No. That's not how it works. We have the final say. If they get enough pushback, they are forced to do and bend to our will. That's the whole purpose of the Constitution and how the government is supposed to work.
And that's why you're going to hear us advocate for term limits, for age limits, for bans on trading of stocks, for bans on lobbying, for all kinds of stuff. Like, there's a lot of things that we don't agree with that are happening today in the government that we view as a threat to the republic. Like, having career politicians is a threat to the republic. Like, at the end of the day, full stop, that's a threat to the republic. Because you have people that have been in government for 50 years, like Joe Biden, like Nancy Pelosi, like Chuck Schumer, like all of these big politicians that everybody knows who they are now.
And here's the thing, right? Here's the big key is, look at them. They've been in government that long. Name one thing good that they've done, or one thing productive that they've done.
You can't. There is
exactly.
Because there is
That's
nothing.
the problem. That's the problem.
You know, so in a way, that's a good thing, right? Because in a way, our government was designed to create gridlock. It was not supposed to be easy to do things. But then you have all of these things happening in the world that really should be acted on in a more expedient manner that get held up, right? Like, and I didn't agree with this because I didn't need it, but like the COVID assistance that we all got, the stimulus checks and shit, I didn't need that.
Yeah.
But other people did. You know, I was blessed. My company didn't shut down. They didn't send me home. I got paid.
Same.
For working, because I was, considered a touch employee and I had to go in anyway.
Yep, went in every day.
But there are people who were deemed non-essential, in automotive manufacturing and other fields that didn't get a paycheck for months. And those people absolutely deserved help from the government because the government was the reason that they did not get paid.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, I think if you are mandating something to occur, you are required to supplement the loss that you created.
Agreed.
It's the only right thing to do, because if you're the one pushing for it, you should be the one who should support people who are a downside of the byproduct of your push to have everything shut down.
100% couldn't agree more. And Joe missed all that because he had to get up and go get another drink.
No, I had to turn my damn fan on. I was blazing in here.
Oh, well.
You ever get your air fixed?
Oh, I mean,
we had this conversation weeks ago, Lonnie.
It's cool in the rest of the house. It's just, it stays a little warm. It's not hot in here. It's just a little warmer back here.
Well, I know, but the last time I had talked to y'all, you said that your air was out, and I was wondering if you had got it fixed or if you were still running that same setup you had.
We have two like big window units.
Okay, so you didn't get your air fixed. That's
no, not yet. Yeah, no, not yet. But it is actually keeping the majority of the house cool, though. So except for the back room, but the back room always stays hot, like even when the air conditioner's running.
Yeah, that shit was a sauna.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of glad that we don't do that show every week there now.
Yeah, my house is so much cooler.
It's pretty nice. So we are from Alabama, northern Alabama, to be specific. I'm not going to give you. So in the spirit of privacy, right? So. We're not going to tell you where we work. We're not going to tell you our last names. We're not going to tell you a lot of the other stuff because at the end of the day, there are bad actors out there, right?
Right.
Like cameraman.
And we have family and all that.
You know, we have families, we have kids, we have wives. And at the end of the day, yeah, we're on the internet, we're expressing our opinions, but our personal lives are none of your business. And
not yours personally, but in general, nobody's business.
Correct, and that's kind of what I'm. So another thing that you'll discover about me, Tyson, I'm very blunt. And most of the time, I don't really mean it in any particular way.
He's an asshole,
but I'm their asshole.
That's true. Asshole. He's an asshole, but he's like the best asshole you'll ever meet.
He's an asshole of the people.
The people's asshole.
I want to get you a shirt that says that, the people's asshole, and it's just gonna have a little circle with little wrinkles around it in the middle of it.
No, that's fair. Hey, Tyson, that's fair. And we're like you said, like Justin said, we're more than happy to release the state. And he gave you, North Alabama. We're not going to release like an exact
and to be fair
or anything like that.
I did preface it with, you don't have to tell us the city, just the state. So.
And like you said, what'd you say?
We're actually all from different areas.
Yeah, and we all do live in different areas. So, Lonnie and I live closer to each other than any of the other guys, but I'm originally from where Joe's from, and Lonnie
and I'll
is
say this.
originally from somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm from where you're at now.
There it is. Alabama's great, but I would never live in a place where pot wasn't legal. I mean, it's coming, and even in Alabama, they're kind of starting to turn the tide on that a little bit, not quite to the extent that recreationally, but the medical marijuana thing that's been going on here is even it's literally not you can't smoke anything, you can't vape anything, you can't get it in a cookie. It's like a pill, and I think that's bullshit. I obviously think that weed should be legal. I think that that alcohol is a far more dangerous drug than marijuana will ever be. It's not a gateway drug. It's and here's the other thing. I grew up with a completely different mindset. I grew up thinking that pot was terrible and you should never do it, and I would never do it, this, that, and the other, but at the end of the day, what you want to do, my views changed over time, just like everybody else's does, and no, it is not a felony except for over a certain amount, I think.
Yeah, it has to be a pretty large amount.
It's a possession of shit. You know what? Let's just look it up. Let's find out.
I'm pretty sure it's a misdemeanor up to a certain point, then it's intent to distribute. I think it's like an ounce, maybe more than an ounce or more. I could be wrong.
Let's see. Marijuana possessed for reasons other than personal use is a Class C felony punishable by a prison sentence of a minimum of 1 year and 1 day. Let's see. The unlawful distribution of marijuana is a Class B felony subject to between 2 and 20 years in prison and up to a $30,000 fine.
If you got a dime bag on you, cops are just gonna be like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna ticket you this, for this." It's not.
And they make you. I've even heard a cop say that usually, sometimes he just makes them pour it out.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. A lot of cops are pretty lax about it. It kind of believes it kind of depends on how you are acting with them. If you're kind of a dick right up front, they're gonna give you a hard time. But if you're just if they come up and they're like, "Hey, you got we smell marijuana. You got anything in the car?" And you're like, "Yeah, man, I got a dime bag on me." They're just gonna be like, "Hey, go ahead and dump it out, and we'll move on about your day." It's not like it's not like other drugs. Weed is one of those that it's kind of depend. Now, if you got a pound on you, they're gonna be like, "Hey, bro, what you doing?"
Yeah, for sure.
But they're gonna be like,
doing.
But if you got like,
I don't think they're going to be concerned about the dog. I think they're more concerned with you.
Yeah, but now they are very strict on other drugs. If you got pills, if you got, meth, or you got any other kind of illicit drug, they're going to be pretty harsh on you. And I think, me personally, I think that's fair.
My main thing is like, what you do with your own body is your business, right? That doesn't include abortion, because at that point it's not just your body, right?
Preach.
At that point, you're ending the life of another human being, and that is a problem for me. If it's not a problem for you, that's on you. Like, that's between you and the creator, whatever creator you believe in, if you believe in one. But me personally, I can't sit there and say, yeah, that's okay to kill that unborn child. I love when I have to modify stuff in the middle of the show because it's too big. That's what she said. Anyway.
Hell yeah, boy!
So, again, though, that's just a me thing. Like, I think that you should be able to do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anybody else. And what other people believe is harming somebody else may not be the same as what I personally believe when it comes to, like, abortion. So, like, for me, if you can circle that square, that's between you and the creator. I can't circle that square. I don't support abortion. I never will. But if you can circle the square, it's your decision to make. Like, I can't tell you yes or no. But I do believe that the states is where it belongs to make that decision, because at the end of the day, red states get redder, blue states get bluer, and people who are like-minded congregate to the same areas.
And see, and that's the thing, like, Tyson, if you continue to come back to the channel and for shows, that's one thing you'll learn. See, Justin, he believes that, and I'm a person, I'm more of like an abolitionist. I believe in no abortion. I think it should be against the law to have an abortion. So it's a little different mindset. I don't agree with it wholeheartedly in any sense. But that's the thing. That's the good thing. We can all disagree, but we can all have a common goal. So I have a different belief in that sense. And a lot of things we agree on. I will say that we do agree on a lot of different things, but some things we disagree on, but that's okay. That's what you need. You need a little bit of disagreement, a little pushback on certain subjects, because it kind of gives you a different perspective, person to person.
I'm okay with it if it's like for health reasons. And to me that's not an abortion per se.
So
but yeah, like if you're pretty much just going out there and getting knocked up left and right, and then you're getting rid of the baby, no, hell no, like hell no. Quit that.
So from a personal perspective, I agree with Lonnie. Right? So I believe that abortion should not be allowed under any circumstance as an elective procedure. If it's to save the mother, the mother is obviously important. She's an important part of this formula, right? So, like, without the mother, there's no abortion to begin with. But if the mother's life is in danger, and it would save the mother in the case of like an ectopic pregnancy or something else, that is truly endangering the life of the mother, I feel like that is an exception that can be utilized. Rape and incest are another that I really believe, if you've ever seen that West Virginia family that's completely inbred.
Oh yeah,
like that's
the Whitakers.
Yeah, the Whitakers in West Virginia. Like, those people are the exact reason that you should be able to abort babies for incest. Like, it's pretty bad, right? Like, there's one that's not verbal. He just barks like a dog.
at the end of the day, I mean, you're just it sounds cruel, but they're just a burden on the system.
So
yeah,
and look, and that's the thing, right? Like, I understand that perspective, and honestly, I used to believe that perspective up until pretty recently, actually. And I've been watching this YouTube channel, Abolitionist Rising, and the guy there makes a very good point, in my opinion. In the case of like an ectopic pregnancy or something like that, where it's the mother or the child type of thing, he makes a very valid point. Isn't the oath of the doctors to do the best for both patients? They're both patients at that point. Do whatever you can to save both.
Right.
Now, if you can't save one or the other, okay, that makes sense. I get that. That sometimes that's a gray area. Now, in the case of like incest or rape, at that point, you're not punishing who should be punished in that situation. You're punishing the child who has no choice in the matter. Why not punish the person who is responsible for the crime? Why punish the child? Me personally, I believe that's a very valid point. Also, why punish the child who has no say in the matter? Why not go after and make stricter punishment on the people who are responsible for the crime? You see what I'm saying? And like I said, everybody has their different opinions. I get that, and I see both sides of that.
But then you're going to have some women say that, oh, well, if a man can walk away from it, then why can't a woman? First of all, we don't believe a man should be able to walk away. If a man gets you pregnant,
I think the man, if he is caught, should be convicted to death. In both of those.
No, I'm saying if you get pregnant with a guy that you have consensual sex with.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, hell no, I don't want this kid, and just leaves. Like, no, you should be able to be like, nope, too tough shit. You got to pay for this kid too.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
So in that vein, right? So I think that fathers should have more of a say in this as well. Because it's their child, right? Now,
that's probably part of the problem, right? Is the men don't have typically as much of a say as the moms do, and that kind of leads to it like it's like a double-edged sword, right? It kind of creates a problem on both sides of the issue. And I agree. I think fathers should have more of a say in their child's life, and they should have more rights related to it, especially in the courts, where it seems to favor mothers more so than fathers. But yeah, I think if you gave fathers more rights, I think that the issue would kind of lessen. I don't think it would end entirely, but I definitely think it would subside a great deal.
But which argument's going to be like, well, that's forcing us to have children we don't want, blah blah blah. It's like, well, you also consented to having sex, like that's what sex is for. Like, it's to make more people.
It's to procreate. I mean, that's what it's intended for.
Right.
And that's the thing. Whether you wrap up or you take a pill or whatever that byproduct ends up being, if it happens, you knew that was a risk. It's not 100% guarantee that it's going to stop it.
Yeah. None of that's 100%.
But so the counter argument for fathers not having a say is that if the father can't have a say in an abortion, then the mother shouldn't be able to force the father to be a part of a child's life that he didn't want. Like, because a lot of women they'll get pregnant and get knocked up just to get that free money, right?
Yeah.
And the way I look at it though too is, if that is going to be the law, that that women can have an abortion without the father's say, then the way I look at it is, then a man should be able. Not that I say it's right, but yeah, I mean, why can't?
And that's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting
man
at.
should
Whether
be able to walk away
or not, a man should be able to walk away, and there is a legal way to do that. It's called signing your rights away. And
which, by the way, as a father and a husband, you are a piece of shit if you do that.
I don't agree with either option. Like, I don't agree with abortion, and I don't agree with walking away from your child. Right. I make no secret about it. I pay child support, and I do it of my own free will. There's no court order against me. There's nothing forcing me to do it. It's the duty to my child.
It should be. I think that's how it should be. Honestly, I think it should be. It shouldn't have to go to courts if the father is willing and the mother has an understanding of that whole layout and that system laid out. But yeah, I think the father should have, at least like Malik says, I think half of the say. You should have equally half the rights as the mother. I don't think it should be 60-40 or anything like that. It should be 50-50 right down the middle.
And there are scenarios in which, a father having 50% say is not a good thing. And we have personal experience with that. My wife and I do, because of the situation that we went through with my stepkids. And like there comes a point in time when you have to do what's best for the children in spite of the father, not because of the father.
Right.
In spite of what we believe, that the father being a part of a child's life is a very important thing. Sometimes you have to take the steps to shield the children from the irresponsibility of the other party. And that's what we did. We shielded the boys from irresponsible behavior. And despite all efforts to the contrary to not have to go that route, that's the route we ended up having to go.
See, and I think that's where that's where I think the courts would in a perfect world, right? Obviously, it's not a perfect world, but I think in an ideal world, I think the best case scenario is if you have 50-50 rights granted. That's where in an extreme case like in your case, Justin, I think you take it before the courts, you lay out all the facts. Well, then if you aren't holding your 50% of the responsibility up, then the courts can grant, okay, you have lost your 50% of your rights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's what happened.
And I think that's fair. I think that's, in extreme cases. But see, what you're seeing nowadays is not it's not the case of 50% battle. It's it's an 80-20% battle that you're seeing fought out in courts. But I think in the extreme cases, like what you're saying, like, okay, maybe the child, not saying this is related, but this is a completely different situation. Say the kids are getting abused by one parent and not the other.
Absolutely.
Then at that point, I think the court has to make the decision, okay, well, you have lost your chance of having your 50% rights are being revoked, and this parent has received 100% rights.
That's exactly right. So, anyway, we completely derailed this week on X. Thanks, Tyson. Or take a scroll on X, as we've redubbed it, because I don't feel like collecting screenshots all the time anymore. So
I kind of like it. I like it better, honestly.
What? Just taking a scroll?
Yep.
Yeah. So here's the choice. We can either go back to take a scroll on X, or we can go to Chats with Pop Pop.
Nah, let's just do take a scroll.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back to take a scroll on X.
It's 10:30 already.
Yeah, well, you came in late, so
I know.
Fuck you
Get
and
fucked,
your
nerd.
opinion. Get fucked, nerd.
I didn't say we had to stop. I'm just telling you it's 10:30.
You know what?
Get shit on! Your ass!
Hey, look, we're all at home right now. That's the beauty of this.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck?
So, anyway, okay, let's refresh this. I want to see what's
the
happened
dog doing?
since. Yeah, I want to see what the dog's been doing. Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
They're just shooting people driving down the road. What the hell?
This dude's got an extendo Glock. He's got that
Just
yacht.
toss the bag. What the fuck?
He's got that yacht.
He got that flip mag perk.
Oh my
Commando.
god.
He's got commando on.
That is fucking crazy. No, sir. 10:30.
10:30. Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see here.
We usually go live, Tyson, at 8.
Oh, Jesus
or
Christ.
8:30 Central Time.
Eric swallows well because he
Oh,
likes swallowing
bang, 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 bang.
giant loads from Chinese communist dictators. Just KK Carey Lake holding a Confederate flag rally. Nothing to see here. I don't think Carrie Lake can be held responsible for things that are brought into a rally that she's speaking at.
Yeah.
I just don't think that that's something that you can really do. Just like you can't hold the founding fathers accountable for things that were commonplace in the 1700s. Slavery.
That's what he was talking about, folks.
Oh my God.
How old is Carrie Lake? Do you know?
I do not know.
Mid-50s?
Let's see. 54.
54. Dang.
Good call, Lonnie.
Not bad.
Not bad.
That's all I'm going to say.
Not bad. A little crazy. Not bad.
Not bad.
JoJo from Jurors, who's my least favorite person on X, is fucking stupid. If let's go convicted felon is your jam, just wear a shirt with the words "I'm a stupid fuck" on it. Same damn thing. Fuck you.
You did.
Thank you, Joe.
Damn, look at that fuck.
So you can say what you want about Mike Pence, right? I've met the guy. I've literally shaken hands with Mike Pence. This was back when he was the governor of Indiana. When I worked for a place up there during the ribbon cutting ceremony, he actually turned around, looked at me while we were cutting the ribbon, and said, "Put your hand on the ribbon." So I was holding the ribbon as Mike Pence cut it. It was kind of a cool fucking moment, okay? But I met him, I spoke to him. He's a pretty chill dude.
What?
Honestly.
What was that?
He's a pretty chill dude. I got tongue-tied, Joe. Shut the fuck up.
Fuck!
But for real, he's a pretty down-to-earth dude. He's kind of chill. I think being in the spotlight as the vice president kind of paints him in a way that you really shouldn't.
My honest opinion on Mike Pence, I think the whole term that he served with Trump was pretty good. He didn't really do anything that was kind of, but I think he
did what a vice president's supposed to do.
Right. And I agree. But I think the after effect of how he basically kind of turned cheek and kind of claimed, innocent and I think he kind of let the mob get to him pretty much. Yeah. He kind of spoke what was required of him, not necessarily what he should have said. But I think as a vice president, he did his duties. I don't think he did anything wrong.
Exactly, including on January 6th. He didn't have the power to overturn that. So
yeah, anyway, I agree.
Joe Biden tweeted, "On my watch, 15.6 million more Americans have the dignity and respect that comes with a rampant damage job."
True damage to president.
Yes, part-time jobs don't fucking count, bitch.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about that?
Oh, dumbass. Jesus Christ.
I saw this video the other day.
This is going to be awesome.
I'm dying here. Light it. We're going to the
Light it.
Let's go, Uncle Bobby. Yeah. Face pound, baby.
Oh shit, not good.
Oh my God.
These guys are getting sent to the fucking moon.
Without a spaceship.
Hell yeah, boy.
Who needs SpaceX when you got 2 fucking water jugs?
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
Yeah, no shit you are. And a couple of chalupas.
Dumbass!
Listen, Tyson, if you wanted to be on the show, all you had to do was ask, man. I'm just saying. Oh my God. How are they alive? That's what I want to know. Smoke inhalation's not good for you.
Hey, look, it's not long. They're dying slowly.
For sure. I want to
Smoke
see
inhalation is a slow dying process.
Oh God, what is this?
Something with Bradley Martin. Trash.
Damn, actually.
Damn, he just smacked he smacked the fucking life out of you, bro.
Yeah, he did. Oh, this is why I like take a scroll on X.
Ooh, what's that? Somebody put the not Whoopi.
We're on our way over to Vatican City. Why? You'll find out.
I don't wanna. That sounded very, very, very sinister.
I'm in danger.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Holy shit, it's cameraman.
Oh my God.
We got 8 people on the stream, bro.
Tyson.
Damn.
Tyson does the dabs.
I just smoke concentrates.
Oh wow. God damn.
I can't read what that says. It's too small on my screen.
Oh my God.
Aaliyah says, I've literally never seen a black fetus illustrated. Ever. This is amazing.
They don't usually make it this far. Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Holy fuck.
Camera.
Oh God. Harry Sissy. Harry Sissy.
Oh, this fuck.
A sign saying Orange County votes Biden-Harris 2024 was flying over Newport Beach while Donald Trump was visiting. Love it. No amount of fake support for Donald Trump will ever change that. Let's go. Biden 2024.
Did you pay for that? Through the Biden campaign?
Did you pay for that? Did. I bet he did, because the Democrats literally pay for him. Oh, also, cameraman, you ever see the guy that vapes Carolina Reaper extract? No, because he's probably fucking dead. Anywho.
Coming from Justin, who doesn't like anything spicy.
I like spicy stuff. Just not that spicy.
Debatable if you like spicy stuff.
First off, I like spicy. I like flavor.
Justin's one of them that he's like a man.
I think it's going to be a mistrial. If you were here for the beginning, I think it's going to be a mistrial.
Go back and watch the beginning of the show, and you'll hear exactly what we think about that, because he's going to get a mistrial, and it's going to be a non-issue.
Justin's over here like, man, my mayonnaise sandwich tastes a little spicy.
First off, I don't like mayonnaise, so fuck you.
I'm not going to tell myself to eat a dick.
Eat a dick yourself. Do it.
No, I will not.
Do it.
Fuck you.
Eat a dick. Thank you, Lonnie.
I haven't seen cameraman in a minute.
Yeah,
holy
for real.
Shit.
It's been a while. Anyway, Hakeem Jeffries, the American people deserve a Supreme Court that is bound by an ethical code of conduct. Congress must act. No one is above the law. What are you gonna do?
That pulled the fire alarm?
Hold on, no, that was. No, that was.
I can't keep up at this point. The ridiculousness coming from that side.
What's that fucking guy's name? What's that guy's fucking name? Shit. Listen, Pfizer vaccine is just a strain of weed. We all know that, okay?
Look, bruh, we ain't buying it. You're from Colorado. They got some wild, wacky name shit out there.
Yeah,
you talking about Jamal Bowman?
Yes, that guy. Anyway, first off, what the fuck is Congress going to do? The Supreme Court's going to look at that and be like, unconstitutional. Gone. And then Congress is going to just be sitting there like, fuck.
What I don't understand is all of a sudden
this right here.
Have you not seen, like, it seems like all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, we got to do something about the Supreme Court, like voting for Biden again, and he's somehow going to get rid of everybody on the Supreme Court. Like, they are there for life unless they do something wrong.
Correct.
And he wants to pack it. He wants to put more people in there.
Yeah. That should scare the shit out of you.
Well, I don't think that's going to pass. Like, I just don't.
Well, that's because it's not, but that's beside the point.
doesn't mean that it changes what he wants to do.
Damn, we got 2 Karine Jean-Pierre tweets. I mean, Joe Biden tweets tonight. Donald Trump doesn't know a damn thing about service to country. He called them suckers.
I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing.
Oh, God. Anyway, and cameraman...
That fart noise is so loud.
It really is.
Dank memes.
Fair. You know what? Let's live tweet.
No, you should really put ass greed, like ASS greed.
What the fuck? Do you have big titties? Yeah, it's so funny because it's true.
Will Smith slapped me? Will Smith should have slapped you. You ugly. Nothing is more pathetic than a black person seeking validation from white people who are still calling you the N-word. What?
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
Anyway,
yeah, well,
that's been take a scroll. Oh my God!
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
I'm really thinking about it at this point.
Dude, there's not even a Taco Bell near you anymore, is there?
Yes, there is. There's one right down the road.
Oh.
Anywho, it's time.
Wait, what? Where? Oh, never mind. I know.
Yeah, down Winchester. Anyway, it's time for Chats with Pop Pop.
Yay! There you go.
There's your sound.
All right, I gotta go piss, fellas. I'm back.
You know, in true Embers of Liberty fashion, that didn't work out the way that it was supposed to. So we're gonna try this again, and it's time for Chats with Pop Pop. Not really a chat this week, so much as a what the fuck did I just watch?
Cameraman, it's not your business who moved. Don't you worry about it. Don't be asking questions like that shit.
Yeah. Don't be. Hey, first off, don't be. No, sir. Bad cameraman. But you know what?
Fuck.
No.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck?
Oh my God, that soundboard is dangerous. Anywho.
Together by yours truly.
I'm waiting on Lonnie to get back from taking a piss. So. Oh God.
I'm loving the chat tonight. Like, man, it is full.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that shit.
Seems
yes,
like
it can.
Sustained...
Cameraman, I did not get an apartment. You know what? God damn it.
Quit letting his reverse psychology get to you.
No, cameraman.
Don't fall for it.
Cameraman, my wife and I bought a house.
Oh, shit.
So.
Oh, fuck. Cameraman returns, huh?
Yeah. So, Lonnie, we're in Chats with Pop Pop. The soundbite's working now. We're going to get right into it. It's not really a chat with Pop Pop, but it's kind of a, like, what the fuck did I just watch with Pop Pop?
More like he shits his britches.
More like Joe Biden shitting his pants with Pop Pop.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin III, Secretary of Defense of the United States of America.
Oh my God! His wife looks at him like, "Oh my God, Joe, not right now."
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Like, Jill Biden had that look on her face of telling a child not to do something and them trying to do it anyway. So, like, yeah. And then while Macron is standing around talking with everybody, Jill is seen dragging Joe Biden away. Allegedly to go change his diaper and suit, because rumor around Capitol Hill is that they have an extra suit on standby just in case.
What the hell is that shit?
And, Joe Biden was standing there with Jill going,
I called for help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing.
So,
all right, hold on. Backtrack that video just a little bit.
Oh, there's a better angle of it right here.
I hate the way she's clapping.
You can see it. She told him not to sit down. See? See that?
Fuck.
Secretary of Defense of the United States of America.
Did you see the way she was clapping? Rewind the video.
Oh, you know what? We'll just.
What is that?
It's like AI. You know how AI is really bad with hands? That's what that looks like. The fucking.
Let's see. Go do it again.
You're clapping with your palms. Clap with your fingertips. It's disgusting.
AI doesn't know how to do hands. That's what it is. Joe,
you know what it is?
What the dog doing?
Joe, where's the error sound? Oh, there it is. Yeah. And I mean, Joe Biden is just standing there.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin III, Secretary of Defense of the United States of America.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck?
Anywho,
man.
There was that. I know what it is. Okay, bear with me for a second. I'm going to fix something real quick because I don't like that particular thing that's happening.
I'm gonna shit my pants.
Oh, shit.
We did that at the same time.
What did I just...
Yes, you know what else it is?
Gay!
Because you got a loose butthole. That's why.
I'm gonna go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
That one is the best one. 100%. And I'll say this, my boss does a fantastic Hank Hill impression.
Oh, shit.
He even had a dog named Ladybird.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's hilarious.
And he's from Texas.
Okay, so give me just a second because I'm fixing something and I gotta do it or I'll forget. And then next week it'll be the same fucking shit. And it'll be one of those, God damn it, same shit,
I
different
called for
day.
help twice, and not a fuck you, what do you need, or nothing.
Dumbass!
Soundboards are great.
Okay. Yeah, aren't they though? It's fucking awesome. Anywho, okay, so we're gonna go from that to let's see.
Cases?
Is this the Normandy thing?
No, this is Joe Biden being asked about pardoning Hunter in his gun trial.
Oh,
and it should be respected.
As we sit here in Normandy, your son Hunter is on trial, and I know that you cannot speak about an ongoing federal prosecution. But let me
leading
ask
question,
you,
objection,
will you
Your Honor.
accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
Bullshit?
Yeah.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
Then that means you don't accept their.
Hold on. Go back 5 seconds, please. Pull up Google and look up Walter Jeff Dunham.
No. I was gonna say he looks exactly like Walter right here.
And have you?
Oh
God, it's uncanny. Just with less brains.
So, Walter, right? That's Walter. Like 100% Walter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, he's shitting himself again, 100%.
Yeah, he is 100% shitting himself again. So, anyway, let's just watch this one more time, just so that everybody's on the same page here, because I'm calling bullshit on all of it. Okay, just one more time. Bear with me. Chat with Pop Pop.
Cases, and it should be respected.
As we sit here in Normandy, your son Hunter is on trial, and I know that you cannot speak about an ongoing federal prosecution. But let me ask you, will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes.
You have. Let me ask you...
I'm gonna shit my pants!
Okay, first off, you guys got to quit surprising me with sound bites, because I'm not monitoring the soundboard, so I don't know what's on there and what's not. And y'all are freaking me out on some of them because I don't expect it to come, and it's coming. It's kind of like Donald Trump. I'm going to come, except for nobody gives me a warning.
Look, Tyson, I think we've all shit ourselves, but not in like these intense situations where it's not needed. He's just shitting himself like nonchalantly.
Listen, man, you can't.
He's really depending on that depend.
Joe's not in there. But anyway, that's been Chaz with Pop Pop. Still my favorite. Anyway, and now we go to the podium circus. Anywho, in a truly disgusting, I don't know what this clip is, so just you're gonna watch it with me.
Can you talk a little bit about how the president has been following his son's criminal trial?
There's no video.
Briefed by White House staff. Is he just consuming the news?
Look, as you saw, and I spoke to this yesterday as well, you heard directly from the president talk about how much he and the First Lady love his son and support their son. And that continues, obviously, to be the case. I don't have anything beyond the statement that he shared with all of you. And so I'll just leave it there.
Go ahead, Zeke. Do you know what? The president dropped the First Lady off at her own plane on the way to Air Force One. Is she going back?
Wait. Did he just say that the president dropped the First Lady off at her own plane?
Yeah, she probably don't want to be in that stinky ass shit plane of his.
Probably, but isn't this the same group of people that are constantly telling us that climate change is going to end the world?
Yeah, reduce your carbon footprint.
Sounds like rules for thee, but not for me. That's what it sounds like.
What the hell is that shit?
Just say it.
Well, I mean, just like I've been thinking about it a lot.
Though I do wish it was still called We Hate Her.
So I've been thinking about it a lot this week about the whole climate shit. If the climate shit was actually a thing that was happening, why is there not a push for electric private jets, electric yachts, electric let's see, what else?
Well, the buses, I guess, technically are pushed.
Electric Lamborghinis, electric, Porsches.
There is no electric Porsche. Shut the fuck up.
But there's not like a big push for rich people to have them, though.
There is a hyper, though, right? The Spider 918.
But what I'm getting at is it's not like hey, all you peasants have to have, an electric car by 2035.
By the way, speaking of Trump, there's one thing he said he would do away with the electric car mandate. Just
Good. It should be done away with.
Because
we are
that's what he said.
We're not prepared. We don't have the infrastructure to go full electric. Period.
We're not even close.
It's not there. The only way to
it's in its infancy
is to do something called fusion.
And we're not even close to having the infrastructure.
No, and that's what he said. He was like, that's what he said. He said, I think electric cars are great for the people who want them. I think if you don't want them, you should be able to choose whatever means of transportation you see fit.
So,
preach, brother, preach.
So, cameraman talking about the sea levels at the Ellis Island. So, one thing that was brought up was that you have to. We don't know if those pictures were taken at the same tide height.
It doesn't matter. If sea levels were rising the way that they say they are, you would be able to see the difference no matter what the tide level is.
Apparently it's risen like 2 feet or something like that since 1900. And I'm like, okay, and the darn thing looks like it's...
Hold on.
Like 10 feet tall?
So
like
I know...
The wall. So, I mean, we're talking like probably, 1,000 years before it even reaches the crest?
So I see cameraman's latest comment. Didn't you say before... I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not remembering something incorrectly. Didn't you say you have like a really like nice like car, like an old classic car, cameraman?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he did say that.
Okay.
At some point.
So I mean,
I think he even sent us a picture of it.
Yeah, I think it's on the Discord somewhere.
It's like a black car, right? Like a Continental or something? Am I wrong? This is not for y'all. This is for cameraman. I remember he sent us like a picture of a car, and I thought it was like a Continental with like suicide doors and stuff. But I could be wrong. Yee what? First of all, let's not talk about Kanye right now.
Yeah, here it is. I found it.
I looked in the general. I didn't see it.
It's in the general chat. It's from forever ago. But yeah, he's got a fairly
1972 Lincoln. Is it a Continental?
I don't know what it is, but it looks very nice. Anyway, so yeah, that's we're like legit out of time at this point, because it is now like 11 o'clock here, and I'm kind of tired. We got to do a funny real quick. We do have to do a funny, but that has been the Podium Circus.
Yeah, I was right. A 2-door coupe Continental. Fuck yeah, I was right.
And you know what?
I'm gonna shit my pants.
You know what? Just so that Tyson knows how this normally goes, it's time for Joe's Conspiracy Corner. Joe, do the thing.
Joe, do the thing.
Better not.
I'm digging this new song. I'm doing it too, you just can't see it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Lottie, so Beth sent me that. She found it. It was an AI generated song on TikTok. And so I was like, damn it, I'm finding a way to save this, and I'm going to clip it to use it. So I was like, technically, I guess if it's an AI-generated song, they can't really...
copyright it?
Yep, exactly. So I was like, I'm using it.
Yeah.
Nice, cameraman. Nice.
Tyson, I know that it's a Saturday night, but it's a Saturday night, and I have a wife and kids, and...
Same. On all three fronts here.
Kids that wake up at like 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, regardless of what time they went to bed, because they're psychopaths.
Like, they could go to bed at like midnight and still be like, 6 a.m., we're up and good to go, and full of energy.
So...
Fully energized. There's no lag in those systems.
None. Full turbo all the time. Anywho, so I don't know what this is, but this was something that I just found for Joe's Conspiracy Corner because I know Joe didn't have one tonight. So here we go. Let's watch it together.
Could the U.S. government really
She's a
be
lizard
concealing
person.
a top-secret UFO program? Several senators say the answer is yes. Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is spearheading legislation to establish a government-wide UAP records collection. Federal agencies now have to reveal everything they know about UAPs by October 20th. Schumer claims that the United States government has gathered a great deal of information about UAPs over many decades, but has refused to share it with the American people. He says that is wrong and additionally breeds mistrust. And then there is Senator Mike Rounds, a Republican from South Dakota who led the measure with Schumer. He said the proposed legislation is modeled after the John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Act. Another Republican senator, Marco Rubio, told News Nation the latest string of UAP whistleblower claims should be taken seriously.
I find most of these people at some point, or maybe even currently, have held very high clearances and high positions within our government. So you do ask yourself, like, what incentive would so many people with that kind of qualification, these are serious people, have to come forward and make something up?
Yet the Pentagon has repeatedly denied that such a program
Aliens
is even
threatened to
real.
kill him.
No verifiable evidence that any UAP sighting represented extraterrestrial activity.
What?
That the U.S. government...
Hey, pause it. That's the thing that set me off. It was that video. You shared that video that one time, and I was like, what? Bullshit! That's bullshit!
That's true. That is... You definitely went full...
Bullshit? A bullshit?
And it was followed by a rare... Fuck! From Joe.
No, it was this. I did this.
It's just fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
You did indeed.
Has ever had access to extraterrestrial technology, or that any information was illegally or inappropriately withheld from Congress.
NASA has also released its own investigation, stating that at this point, there is no reason to conclude that existing UAP reports have an extraterrestrial source. Despite the Pentagon and NASA's findings, Schumer is expected to once again introduce legislation to further look into UAP programs in the coming months.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, that's been Joe's Conspiracy Corner. Joe, do the
Oh!
thing.
Wait.
Okay, hurry up.
I just found something.
Oh, God.
Look what you did.
You know what? Just put it in the show notes.
No, just Google the Kona Blue program. Kona.
This? You can see my screen.
I know, but it's small. What was the Kona? Yeah, click on that. Let's see what that says. Yep, government confirmed a proposed program to reverse engineer UFOs. But then it says it was scrapped when no alien technology was found. You know what I got to say to that?
I know.
You know what I got to say to that?
It's just fucking bullshit. Yep. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
Pentagon continues to maintain there's no evidence of alien life. Okay, then what's this bullshit flying around? What's the bullshit flying around, Kevin?
Shut up. Kona Blue was a plan for the government to reverse engineer alien technology from a recovered UFO. It was a special access top secret program created with the goal of acquiring, identifying, and reverse engineering what it calls AAVs, or Advanced Aerospace Vehicles. Those now fall under the category of what the military calls UAPs, and most people refer to as UFOs.
Still think it's bullshit.
Hell yeah, boy!
Yep. Yeah, I think.
So Kona Blue had been the subject of rumors for years, but the Defense Department only acknowledged it just this past month. One justification for the program remaining classified was AAV technology exists in and is accessible only with an SAP or Special Access Program construct.
So basically, they indirectly, more complicatedly said that actually they do exist, but we're going to tell you plainly that they don't, and say that they do in a way that you're going to be like, oh, no, that don't sound right.
Why was the Kona Blue program scrapped? The DoD said it tossed the Kona Blue program for a very simple reason. It never found any alien technology to reverse engineer. The Department of Homeland Security, however, said the program was never actually approved in the first place. Sounds
when
like
was it?
a black project.
Yeah, scroll up. When was it founded? Did it say when it was founded?
It doesn't say.
Just Google when was Kona Blue founded.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why can't you do this?
So you can see, so people can see.
I'm not screen sharing right now.
Oh.
You dick.
Let's see. Okay, so this is what I found. Let's see. The All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, ARROW, first learned of the Kona Blue program from interviews conducted as part of its historical review. Multiple interviewees identified Kona Blue as a Department of Homeland Security sensitive compartment established to protect the retrieval and exploitation of non-human biologics. ARROW researched the information provided by the interviewees and learned Kona Blue was a prospective special access program that had been proposed to DHS leadership but was never approved or formally established.
Allegedly!
Let's see. Kona Blue never received any materials or funding.
Bullshit?
And there is no information beyond the proposal presentation marked with the Kona Blue name. Let's see. ARROW traced the origin of the proposal for Kona Blue to the Advanced Aerospace Weapons System Application Program, OSAP, and ATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which was managed by the Defense Intelligence Agency from 2009 to 2012. So I'm assuming it was between 2009 and 2012, the Barack Obama era.
So
good enough?
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, I still think it's a bunch of bullshit, and I think aliens exist, so that's what I think.
Let's see. Hold on.
Gay!
Anyway, that's been Joe's Conspiracy Corner. Joe, do the thing.
Got a bunker in the backyard, ready for the fall. Got no time for small talk, too busy for the walls. I got batteries and light bulbs, gonna be alright. My super glue and can through the rest of you can fight. Can't
trust the government.
You're a little behind there. Alright, somebody's going to have to give me something for a funny, because I don't know anything right now.
Shit.
Hold on. I might have something.
Oh, Lonnie coming in clutch. Oh, man. Where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
Where'd you get that cheese, Danny?
Before we do the funny, remember, this is a live show, Saturday nights, around 8 o'clock, sometimes a little later, like tonight, because somebody had a birthday party to go to,
hey,
and it was
had shit
still
to do.
late. But If you're new to the channel, if you like what we're saying, make sure to leave us a comment, like the show, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon with the force of 1,000 Donald Trump votes, and you'll always be notified when we go live.
Okay, I got one. It's a TikTok, but it's funny.
The fuck up. I'm in the middle of the pitch. I'm in the middle of the pitch. Can you just not? Can you not?
Stupid.
I sent the link to the live chat.
Failure.
Are you done? Can I finish now?
Yes.
Can I finish
I
now?
sent my funny.
Thanks, Lonnie. Joe, you suck. Anyway, if you can't watch the show off,
Yeah, he's definitely getting slapped the fuck out of the back of the head.
I just muted him. So there's that. No interruptions now, bitch. Exactly. I don't know what you're saying, and I don't care. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, smash the bell icon with the force of 1,000 Joe screams. You'll always be notified when we go live. It is a live show Saturday nights around 8 o'clock, sometimes 8:30. I can't focus with him.
Thank you, all new people who joined the chat, Tyson and Jack. We appreciate it. Come back, please.
So there we go. I don't have to look at him now. Yeah, be sure to come back. We enjoyed it for sure. Joe, fucking stop.
I wasn't even saying nothing.
I know you weren't. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, let's go.
I just disabled his video. Okay, so again, if you want to watch the show live, that's great. If not, you can always catch the replay on YouTube. And if you don't want to watch the show and you just want to listen to us, which sometimes might not make sense because we do a lot of visual things, you can always listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts.
Like what just happened.
That's the pitch. That's the pitch. So, do it. I don't care. You can also subscribe to our Patreon so you can support us financially if you want to. We don't make any money from YouTube doing this. And
because they're hating bitch communists.
Even if we could make money from YouTube, I don't want their money.
I'll take their money.
I will tell you this: we've made about 6 cents on Rumble.
Oh snap, man! We are rolling deep.
Rolling deep. So
we are rolling real deep and real left.
Just saying.
That's right. We're rolling all of us are rolling in Lambos on that 6
I'm
cents.
telling you, what I'm trying to say is we do this for love of country, not for money.
Yes.
So, but
it's fun.
We do have some freedom merch. It's a little bit outdated because I haven't done anything in a while. I've been a little bit busy, house, school, kids, kind of a priorities thing. But I do plan on making some new shirts to put in the spring store. So you can, go join our Patreon. There's no real benefit other than if you want to, we'll have you Discord into the show. You can ask Malik.
If you live near us, you can actually come be on the show when we do a live in-person show.
Pending verification that you're not a fucking psychopath.
Cameraman, come.
Yeah, not you, cameraman. That benefit excludes cameraman. Anyway, or you can go buy a T-shirt from our Teespring link.
If cameraman joins our thing, if he joins our Patreon, I will send him a picture of the front of my truck.
Let's see. You know what? Let's just show.
And I'll send him a picture of my driveway from a very up close.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, just shut the fuck up. Okay, so if you want, you can go buy yourself a nice shirt or hoodie or a sticker. We have some pretty nice ones. You can buy a ton.
Oh yeah,
with the classic.
Alex,
it's
right.
Time to get the pig. with a quotation of the Second Amendment on it. A Hawaiian Boog Embers of Liberty logo shirt.
Matt Probst won the coolest giveaway ever.
You can get Boog Washington. Me and my boys would have been stacking bodies by now. George Washington, probably. You know? So, yeah.
Alex over here talking about people love his paranormal experiences. We quite do. We're looking forward to the next one.
Oh, look. It's time to get the pig shirt. It's the,
okay. Oh, yeah. Everybody loves the pig. So, I don't think a lot of our newer folks know about the pig. They don't know what the pig stands for.
No, they don't. They do not.
So that could be part of the funny.
You know what?
I don't know. Like we'd have to do it real short though.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, let's see what the funny is. Oh, yes, Lonnie, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it, Lonnie. And I present to you this week's funny.
Because I was at the stop sign for too long?
Yeah, what's up with that? Why were you just sitting there?
I was just waiting for it to turn green.
I feel it's better than running through it. Where you headed?
I'm headed home.
Okay, where you live?
With my parents.
Okay, and where do your parents live?
They live with me.
Okay, and where do you all live?
We all live together.
Okay, so where's your house?
It's next to my neighbor's house.
Hey, where's your neighbor's house?
Ooh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Next to my house.
Step out the car, please.
That dude is high as shit.
Yep. Pulled you over.
Like that dude.
Yep.
If that dude's eyes got any more glossy, they would be a damn lipstick.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you try me next to my house.
Oh God. Yeah, that's funny. That is.
I put it funny,
funny.
in the YouTube live chat.
Well, that I can't see that. So how about you put it in the show notes and stop being a bitch? How about that?
I looked you right in the eyes and I said, "Bitch."
Oh God.
Probably the most unrated skits of all time.
Maybe not funny, but definitely sad.
There we go. Send it to you on Discord.
How about this?
Baby, one thing about me is everybody know I'm super with a good Gucci, so I always make a lot of money.
Oh, she's not a musician?
That's amazing. I didn't know that about you.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is a musician?
I think you're
That's a magician.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music. I act. I'm a TV star too. A young mogul.
Just really quick.
A young mogul
I'm not confusing nothing.
has the IQ of a fucking 3-year-old.
You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said. I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think.
Yes, that is ghetto. That you don't think. Clearly. You clearly don't think.
I saw this video and I had to stop watching it because I was like, fuck, my brain cells are dying.
Yeah. I forgot. Who is this chick? I forgot.
Sukihana.
Oh, okay.
I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby. I do music.
So you, just really quick, for the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
There's black people, and there's niggas.
I didn't expect that last part.
Yeah, Malik, that shit was too tight. It was graded too tight.
Oh my
God. Shit was in there, and she couldn't even think.
Oh shit.
Niggas have got to go.
So what's that girl's name who does the interviews? Bobby what?
I don't know. I don't know what her name is.
She's also the girl on TikTok that like pretends to hate her husband.
She's like, for the record, can you please say that I called you a musician and you're not that?
Oh my god.
That's funny.
And you make me think.
I didn't expect the Chris Tucker at the end.
Yeah.
I did not expect that at all. So that
was hilarious,
took me by complete fucking surprise.
And it's freaking hilarious.
And it's funny.
But it's very fitting.
But holy shit, was it racist?
No, not really. Because he's still talking about black folks. Like, he's talking about black folks, and then I'm just going to say black folks.
Oh, it's Bobby Althoff.
Yeah, that's it. I think it was Bobby something, but I couldn't remember her last name.
Did you start?
Make sure all the phones are.
Well, he pointed it to me.
All right, guys, welcome to the Really Good Podcast with your.
Okay, first off, it's not really good when you have guests like Suki Hana on there. You know what? Let's just. Hold on. I want to know what kind of. Oh, yeah, that was Chris Rock. Sorry, my bad.
Who'd you say it was?
I think I said Chris Tucker.
You did.
I don't know why. I reserve the right to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
Dumbass!
Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that you said that.
You know what?
Dumbass! I'm kind of retarded.
I didn't even notice that you said Chris Tucker.
Hold on, okay, first off, this is her music.
Yeah, Suki.
Cocaine.
Yeah,
Do like the guys on the Joe Rogan shorts.
Oh, with like Joey Diaz and stuff.
Yeah. They should all be like,
you long bitch, titty bitch. You long titty bitch, you got scabies. You long titty bitch, you got scabies.
Rewind that back. Take that back.
Run me back, Twain.
Cocaine. 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 Bitch, you a pretty black long titty bitch. You got scabies. All that eczema, you hide none of that cold. I know you hate it. You been hating no carisha since a baby. You got booked 3 years. You was still not amazing. Arguing no hoe, this fucking punk. So you crazy? Girl, you foaming out your mouth. Is it rabies?
First off, how does she speak more clearly in rap than she does in a fucking interview?
She got me right off the rip with you low titty
Time
bitch.
out.
You got scabies.
Time out. She knows what. Hold on. Whoa. She knows what scabies is, but she doesn't know what a musician is. Let that sink in.
No, she doesn't. She just knows how to rhyme words, scabies and rabies.
Something about long titty bitch.
Cocaine. Malik says cocaine is a hell of a drug, and I second that.
Agree.
And with
I
that,
agree.
With that,
you're right. After this, she is not a musician.
And with all that said, I'm Justin.
Joe.
Lonnie.
What?
I'm Justin.
Lonnie.
God, could you two like go in order for once?
All right, try this again.
I'm Justin.
Joe.
I'm Lonnie.
Tally
ho, lads.